Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, it's almost afternoon. How's everybody doing? My name is Crystal from Rosie's Closet, and today we're just going to hang out and we're going to list and chat. And I think Mama's going to be joining us here in a few minutes. So let me pull up my YouTube. I didn't do that yet. Let's get that pulled up so I can pull out the chat. What's everybody up to this morning, this afternoon, depending on where you are? JRKR, hello, welcome. Dang, I just went live. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh my. And of course I sneeze on my hand. All right. There we go. My sanitizer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm going to take my allergy pills really quick because obviously, as soon as I went live, I start sneezing. It's going to be one of those mornings, apparently. I've had a bad sinus headache. It started yesterday. I can't get this bottle open. Oh, there we go. Child-proof caps are like adult-proof. I've had a bad headache since yesterday. Kind of like a sinus headache. Yuck. Hey, how are you doing, Greg? How's everything? Okay. Hopefully that will help get rid of the sinus headache. Uh-oh, somebody's messaging me. And there's my mama.
Hi.
Hi, Mama. How are you?
Good. Guess what?
What?
I guess that's going to print the whole damn thing. You know that tray I used to have over here?
The tray?
Yeah. It was just like this, right?
Yeah.
Hanging there. You see this whole stack of paper right here?
Uh-oh.
I had all of that in there. This was all in there, and it broke last night. So I had to move your cards and Jake's pictures over to this one.
Oh, I think it was too heavy.
Yeah, it was too. Look, I mean, this is
It's too much paper.
Solid. That's like 2 reams of paper.
Yeah.
Those are my invoices for this year so far. Some of
wow.
them.
Well, that's good. That's
Some
nice.
Yeah, but I got to find a place to put them before 6 o'clock because I'm having an auction at 6 o'clock.
Get like one of those banker's boxes and you can put it under your desk or something.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
Yeah, I have like one of those portable filing cabinets or like a filing box, and I put all my invoices in there separate from like regular files.
You know, I have got a 4-drawer linear file cabinet or 3-drawer linear file cabinet downstairs, but I don't have room in this room for it. But it's full of files anyway, so
I don't keep that many files. I usually go through it every couple of years and throw things out.
I need to have a small one in here. I don't have room. And I could just deposit it right into the correct month as they come in.
Greg, you're printing labels? Yeah, I did my shipping earlier while I was on the phone. So I've been on the phone like all morning. So I was like, well, might as well. Since I'm on hold, let me just do my shipping while I'm on hold.
1-800-Flowers is supposed to be calling me back because I'm trying to send flowers to somebody, a plant.
Uh-huh.
And
I used to work for them. That was my very, very, very first job.
well, really? But
Yeah.
it's not taking any of my sign-ins or anything, and I paid to have free shipping because
Yeah, I love that job.
Did you deliver or you worked in the
No, I worked in the shop, in the flower shop, and it's funny because my very first job, I didn't have a car. So I lived across the street from the flower shop. And so I just walked over there and I was like, I need a job. And he's like, okay, well, I need somebody to help me. So you're hired. And I was like, dang, that was easy. Uh-oh, hold on one second. Hello? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, sorry. I had ordered food and they were calling me. I'm like, oh no, why are they calling me? Anyways, yeah, so I was working in the shop and it was like, I don't know, within a month, I think it was, I had keys to the store and I was an assistant manager. And then they sent me to floral design school. So I have a certificate in floral design. I can design flowers and
how
I just
nice.
absolutely, I loved that job. It was so much fun.
Why did you leave?
Because I moved. And then I did not join, but I did go and work for another flower shop where I moved to, but that one was Conroy's, which is technically like the same company. Conroy's and 1-800-Flowers usually work together, but this one ended up being a franchise, and I was absolutely miserable there, and I hated that place. But then I just never really went back to the flower shop after that.
Unknown caller. Scared me. But I sent Beth the link because I was working with Beth earlier. Sorry.
Good.
Hello. Yeah, I'm trying to get into my account and it's not accepting any of my passwords or emails, and it's not sending me any password reset links.
I ordered some food on DoorDash so I don't have to cook. But they were out of salads, so I just told them, substitute it for whatever. I don't care. Just send me something to eat. So we'll see what I get. Wanted a salad, but how can you be out of salad? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's not like it's, the end of the day or something. Can you guys hear Jake? He's playing. I'm I'm not sure what game he's playing, but he's playing with his friends right now on the internet. Hopefully you can't hear him. So what's everybody else up to? Are you guys listening? Are you just hanging out? Doing nothing? Just watching YouTube? Did I lose the chat? Or are you guys still there? Just nobody's chatting. Oh. I am listing. Well, I'm going to start listing right now. I still have a stack of stuff I need to get done today. We're going to try. Yeah, she's on the phone, Greg. So she muted herself. She's trying to work out something with one of her accounts, so kind of private information.
Sorry, honey.
No, don't worry about it.
He barely speaks English. I hate that.
It's okay, don't worry about it. I don't want you to give out any of your personal info online, so.
He keeps saying once you log in, you'll be able to place your order. I can't get logged in. Once you log in, I can't get logged in.
So it doesn't recognize your email? It's not recognizing your password? Or
Not
what's
recognizing my email, or I would have two passwords.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not either one of those. And then I say, send me a password reset link. And it doesn't send it to me.
Oh. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? It has been a while.
Who are you talking to?
Jonathan.
Who's Jonathan?
Jonathan Alfaro.
Oh.
For the whole county, and my supervisor advised me that
Just mute it, Mama.
forget password on the online, so it will be text to you to get you a new password.
Is it going to get emailed to me?
Yes, new forget password. Did you see I forget password?
Yes, but like I told you several times already, I never got a password reset email. I requested one several times, but I never got the password reset email. Otherwise, I wouldn't be calling you.
Okay, thank you for giving the information, and please stay on the line. I will get back to you again. Okay.
I'm usually very, very nice.
I wonder if I could solve this problem before he does. Let me see what's going on here.
I'm usually very, very nice and patient, but he does not comprehend English very well. I'm about ready to hang up and they can call me back.
So you're on 1-800-Flowers.com?
Yep.
Okay, and it's not recognizing your email or your password?
Well, I clicked the forgot your password, and it says enter your email below, and I put my Kelly Haggard 9 at Yahoo, and it doesn't send me a reset password thing.
Have you tried signing in like with Facebook or Google?
No, but Facebook and Google doesn't. Well, yeah, Facebook and Google doesn't use that email.
Thank you for patiently waiting. I'm so sorry for the hold. And how do you the best thing that we can do now is to wait you to receive the email regarding on the reset password, because there is no way that we can change the password of your, because that's your personal information and personal account.
Are you going to send me an email personally? You yourself, are you going to send me an email?
Regarding on this one, you'll be the one who will reset your password, and we are not allowed to.
I don't want you to reset my password, honey. I just want someone to send me an email so that I can reset my password. I'm not getting the email from 1-800-Flowers. This is 1-800-Flowers, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not.
How long did you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've waited about 8 hours. It's been about 8 hours.
Yes. So if you are waiting for 8 hours, that my supervisor said to me that you can email to us at 1-800-Flowers.com, and they will be the one who will assist you regarding on this.
Okay, thank you.
Mama. Do you have to use that email, or can you set up a new account?
Well, no, because that's the email I used when I set up the account. I'm sorry. That was so rude of me. But, I mean, you heard me asking the questions. I was speaking clearly, right?
Yeah.
My Adderall hasn't had a chance to kick in yet.
There's some poor man in chat that needs a girlfriend.
In the chat. Oh, what are you watching?
My chat.
Are we live?
Yeah. You didn't know we were live?
Crystal, we're live and I was a total bitch.
We are live. I thought you knew we were live because we were chatting.
Crystal, you didn't say we were going to be live.
Okay, you were reading the chat, weren't
you?
Weren't you reading the chat?
I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you.
Mama, you were asking me questions.
Oh my God, I was like, I'm always so nice and so sweet and so patient. And today I'm a fucking bitch. And you're live.
I thought you knew we were live. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I thought you knew.
I own you as a daughter. I can't hear you.
Yeah, there's a lonely guy. Lonely guy in chat.
Great. Thanks a lot, Crystal.
I thought you knew that. That's why you muted it.
No, I didn't know we were live.
Okay, I apologize.
Harvey Price, do you need a girlfriend?
Yes, he said he does.
Honey, you look to be really young, and you just need to focus on the left side of the screen because, you know. That's your demographic?
Hey, Gary, how are you?
Don't you hate it though when you call a call center and they barely speak English?
Yeah, I do.
I better tell Beth that it's live.
I thought you knew that. I'm so sorry. I really did. I thought you knew that.
Crystal, you
I mean, I was sitting here, we were talking,
you're
and I
gonna
was
get it. You're gonna
saying
get
hi
it.
to people. So I thought,
I wondered what the hell you were doing.
you didn't realize?
No.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
I
sorry.
said, who are you saying hi to? Paul Antonelli. What are you talking to him on the phone? What?
Okay.
I'm texting Beth. Abort mission. Abort mission. Abort mission.
No, don't tell her that. She can come join live.
She went live and I was a bitch to the flower guy.
Oh my gosh. Don't worry about it. Jeez. Gary, he says, well, what's going on here? Oh, we have a desperate man in our chat.
Look,
That's all.
so I was on the phone with 1-800-Flowers because I'm trying to send a plant to my good friend Bill Stoner. And the dude, I was speaking perfect English. Y'all witnessed it. And he wasn't understanding. And look, usually I'm very nice, I'm very sweet, I'm very patient. Today I'm really on edge. I had 3 hours of sleep and my Adderall hasn't kicked in yet. So I was a little bitchy.
You weren't that out. Trust me, my phone calls are usually way worse than that. So don't worry about it.
I just didn't have patience.
I'll put it on live.
So,
for one of my phone calls.
and so then I'm like, okay, bye, thank you. Click.
Well, he wasn't helping you. He would just kept saying the same damn thing over and over and over, and that wasn't getting you anywhere. So
Well, I kept like I said to him, I said to you several times previously when it was on mute, and I don't even have a bra on, thank you. And you're not addressing my question. Are you going to send me you physically? Because I'm not getting your emails.
are they going to your spam? Have you checked your spam?
No, bitch, if that's it.
Maybe it's there.
Look, you guys. No, it's not there.
It's not. Well,
I want to apologize for my unprofessional and unmama-like behavior. I regret losing my patience. See, to me, that was being bitchy. So, like, I feel like I was a total witch to that guy. But you're saying, no, Mama, that's not bad. You weren't bad at all. But to me, because I'm usually like so sweet with people, to me that feels like I was
rude. For me, okay, for me, it's funny because whenever my husband has an issue like with a company or something, he'll hand it to me and he'll be like, I can't deal with this right now. I'm like, okay, I'll take care of it. Or he'd be like, I've already called these people like 2 or 3 times. I'm not getting anything done. Handle it. Okay, I got it. For me, it's not being bitchy. For me, it's if you want something from a company or you need something done, you have to be assertive and you have to be I don't want to use the word bitchy, but you have to.
So when I was showing all my mess, the whole world was seeing that.
Yes, Mama, we've been live since the beginning.
Since you said there's my mama.
Yes. I'm sorry, Mama. I thought you knew. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, you hate me right now.
I really do.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I could have totally complained about my husband, said racist remarks, which I wouldn't have said racist remarks, although I kind of did when I said, don't you hate it when you call someplace and they don't speak English?
Oh, Gary, now he needs a boyfriend, apparently. He needs a boyfriend now.
I'm probably totally overreacting, but I feel like I was a total bitch to him.
See, look, other people in chat saying it's not bad. It wasn't bad. Hold on 1 second. Jake's food is sitting outside. Hold on.
So hi, Jen. I know, but I try and be really nice to people. And like I could have like been bouncing my boobs and all kinds of crap and picking my nose, and I was gonna debut this wonderful hair on my auction tonight at 6 o'clock on Hit Flippin' Mama. You didn't hear what I said? Let's rewind it and listen, because maybe I wasn't being rude, but to me it felt like I was, because I don't know. When I was in the corporate world, I wrote the customer service manual. I trained all the supervisors. I taught people how to train their groups and coach their groups and all that stuff. And I really believe in good customer service. And I just feel like I was impatient with him. But you guys didn't hear the beginning of the conversation where I repeated myself over and over and over. I could have let a great big fart, Crystal, and not even known that we were live.
Mama. Most of your conversation was on mute.
Hello, DuPage Picker. You were not mean. Where did his comment go? Harvey, you need to get the hell out of here because you're pissing me off. I'm already on edge.
At least now he's saying hi to everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes. He's apparently looking for a relationship. Boyfriend or girlfriend. Doesn't matter, apparently.
Why don't you boot him?
I've been trying, but he's got like 1 million accounts or something. I don't know.
Show him your boobs and he'll go away.
No, thank you.
He'll have to go to the bathroom. Show him your boobs and then he'll have to go to the bathroom.
No, thank you.
I can't believe we're live.
Uh-oh. I'm going to be in trouble after this, you guys.
You are so grounded. You're lucky I didn't start talking family secrets, Crystal.
Oh, please, Harvey, get a life.
What'd he say? You know what? Are you not sitting here, Harvey, listening to me, bitch? Like, who I'm totally not, but I am totally right now, because I'm mad at Crystal. I love you. I love you, Crystal.
I'm going to be grounded.
But next time, Crystal, a little warning, okay?
I'm sorry.
Look, I normally don't care. We could have went a whole hour live and it wouldn't have mattered, but I just feel like I was really rude to him, that's all. And I'm going to shut up about it now so everybody can stop telling me I wasn't rude. DuPage Picker, I have your name on my desk. Don't tell me what your name is, because I always want to call you Mike. But it's Will or Bill or something. Hold on, I got it right here. It's Greg. I was close.
Will or Bill is not close. But we'll go with that.
I always call you Mike, don't I? Greg, I always call you Mike, don't I? Every time.
Yeah, I think so.
I do. I call you Mike all the time. So that's going to be my nickname for you, son. Jake's picture keeps falling down because I had used that roller glue.
Yeah.
So I got to use tape. I need more pictures of my grandson.
I'll send you some more. I have a few on my Instagram.
I know, but my printer's just black and white.
Oh, okay.
I don't have color because, well, I have a toner printer that is like really big. I used it for my business. I bought it, probably Tom bought it for me. It's a 4-color toner printer. He bought it for me back in like 2007 and 2008. No, 2010. He bought it for me in 2010 because I was doing so much printing because when I was in college, see, I went to college, never gone to college before because my parents told me they weren't going to waste their money on me. Oh, that's okay. I just went and shacked up with Hip Flippin' Daddy, so that's okay. Well, we got engaged on my 18th birthday in October 1986. And we moved out in December. So we got our first apartment in December of 1986.
Wow.
And we will be on the 23rd. We will be married 32 or 33 years. I don't know. One of those two.
One of those two.
We got
No,
married.
that's awesome.
We got married in 89, so I think that must be 32 years. But we've been together. We've lived in sin for 36 years. Well, we've lived in sin 35 years. We've been together 36 years.
Let's see. December will be our 15-year.
Aw, that's good because you're so young. Look how pretty that is.
That's pretty. Is that purple?
Yeah, it's amethyst. I'm just going through what I just got in the mail today.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I've been getting real lucky on eBay lately. And my local Goodwill has had a crap ton of jewelry. Who was I telling last night? They've had a lot of jewelry. This is goldstone. It's not shining on the camera, but. And then this sucker, this is heavy. This is malachite. But I just really wanted these two pendants.
That goldstone reminds me of like the puka shells we used to wear.
Yeah. Man, I could have told you about Crystal. You remember when I was telling you I murdered that minister at that church? What? We're live? Showed all my mess.
Oh man.
My OCD's really kicked in now. This is really super pretty. I would like to keep this for myself.
Man, we're getting bombed today. I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to run out of accounts at this rate. Harvey, what do we have to do, honey? What do we have to
Ignore them.
I'm sorry I was rude to you earlier, Harvey. You're right. There's absolutely no reason Mama should be rude to you, baby, and I apologize. Even though you're a troll, that's okay because I used to have trolls on my account regular, but I loved them and they were good on my channel and they were not bad at all unless you upset them and then they shoot 26 trolls at one time at you. So, hi, Jonathan. Since now I know that you're here And now I know why she was talking to somebody.
I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You better just shut up.
Oh.
Are we going to work this morning? Yeah, I'll send you a link. Okay. Oh, she wants to do a private working hangout on StreamYard like I have set up.
I
Now,
never said private.
Beth is gonna think I ghosted her.
I never said private, and the last time we were on, we were live. So I just assumed that you knew, and I shouldn't have assumed. Sorry. I'm so grounded, you guys.
You're so what?
I'm so grounded.
Yeah, you're grounded, all right. You're lucky you're cute and you look like your mother.
Mama's grounding me.
I wouldn't care, but I was so mean to that guy.
You really weren't.
That's really the only thing I care about. That is literally the only thing I care about.
You weren't mean to him. He just wasn't listening to what you were saying. And he just kept saying the same thing over and over. I would have done the same thing. I would have hung up on the guy. So
I was just frustrated. Is this a necklace? Hey. It came in a great big knot. Look at this necklace. Harvey, let's just be friends. I will be your friend, Harvey. I will be your friend, baby. I'm really sorry. I was frustrated. Blame that on Crystal. Send her a nasty picture or something.
thanks a lot.
That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, that is pretty.
I make it look good.
It's very pretty. I like it.
I can't find my black light, though, to test all my amber. I have got, this is the second set of clip-ons that I've gotten today. You know what I feel like doing? If I hadn't paid $13.99 to get free delivery on flowers, I would have just abandoned it a long time ago. I feel like just saying screw that and not giving them my business.
What do you mean $13.99 to get free flower or free delivery? How is it free if you're paying for it?
Well, I'm paying for the plant. I want to get him a very manly plant, and this is the plant that I have picked out. And then you can pay $13.99 to get free delivery, because you know how they charge a delivery fee?
Yeah.
To get free delivery. Sorry, I've got boob sweat.
So is that
stuff doesn't bother me. I'm like open book. It's just when I'm not being nice to somebody.
so the $13.99? That's like a monthly plan or something, or what?
No, it's just $13.99 for the whole year. And so and yes, this is going to shock you when I say this for everybody watching me blow my stack at Crystal, the sweetest person on the earth. I know her differently than you guys, but yeah, she's very sweet, and she knows I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
she knows that I'm internally hurt, but I still love her. Now it's hi Dixon. Harvey, thank you. I appreciate that. But my allergies would not tolerate it. My husband used to, and my kids would complain. My husband used to go to get me flowers, right, for birthday, anniversary, whatever, at work. And he would go to like 5 different places that you can get flowers, right?
Yeah.
And he would pick the most perfect flowers. Okay, they have to be like, some of them open, not opened at all. Some of them open a little bit, some of them open halfway, and some of them open all the way. He used to be so specific about the flowers that he would buy me. The kids used to just, don't buy mom flowers. We don't want to go to 5 different florists, you know? And then he would bring me flowers at work, right? Happy birthday, happy anniversary, I love you, whatever, sweetest day. sweet guy, right? And then I
Yeah.
would have to put them on somebody else's desk because they would bother my allergy.
Oh no.
It would always be a desk I could see, though. So it would be not the desk across from me, but then, I had my own cubicle and I was away from everybody else because I was in management. But, so then I would set them, on another desk, but where I could still see them.
Yeah.
And then I finally got him after years and years and years. I finally broke the habit. Please don't buy me flowers. But the fact that he would go to all that trouble just to find the right flowers for me.
My husband buys me flowers all the time.
See, now I wouldn't mind if my husband bought me flowers because I could set them on the kitchen table. I could set them on the kitchen table and then, see them when I go out. Or I could put them way over there in the corner.
I usually keep them in the living room or like on the in the kitchen counter, something. They're not in my office.
Look at these turquoise earrings.
Oh, those are pretty and they're small and dainty. Those are really nice. I like
They're
those.
very pretty. My ear hole is way up here. And I just started being able to wear earrings. And Unikite earrings. I like these. And then these ones are lapis. I like those with tiger's eye. I might be keeping these, but these hooks are really small. I'm going to have to switch out the hooks. But I can't wear posts. But I mean, it's a really new thing for me to even be able to wear earrings. I haven't been able to wear earrings for years. And I went and
Why is that?
I went to Claire's, and I got my ears pierced again, like lower than the other holes, and they puffed up so bad that I had to take the backs off, and I couldn't get the backs off, and it was a
I'm
bloody
probably
mess.
allergic to whatever they used.
I don't know. Harvey says he would get me flowers and an allergy tablet.
I read that. Harvey, if you want to play nice in the chat and not like totally spam, you can hang out with us. I'm cool with that. But, we don't need the spam.
Look, I fully embrace trolls if they're good. Not during an auction, though. Not during an auction.
Well, that's messing with your money.
That's messing with my money. And y'all know Mama doesn't have very much money right now because Mama, like a damn fool, spent $1,100 on sports collectibles. I spent $1,100 on sports, boxing, Rocky and Rambo memorabilia. Yes, I did, and now I'm broke. And I'm in debt. So I got to do something about that. But yeah, it's just rude. It's just rude for a troll to come in. And I used to have trolls come in during my auctions, and I knew they were trolls, but they were good. They would just come in and say, "Mama, I love you," and I would say, "Oh, I love you too." And then other people would say, "That's a troll. That's a troll," and I would say, "I know it's a troll, but they're nice. They don't, put up like Harvey, right? He's putting up like 5 messages at one time. You would not be able to do that on my channel. Well, you could do it, but that would upset me because it would not be respectful because I'm trying to make my living. And, you know, I'm a top tier troll. Don't question my ability. I have no doubt, baby, that you are a number one.
Nobody's questioning it.
Nope.
Just makes me wonder what's
You
going
had
on
a
in your life
train
that makes you
enthusiast
feel
have
like,
a mental breakdown last night.
yeah,
That's not nice, baby.
It's like, what's going on in a person's life to make them want to make other people miserable?
Harvey, since we made up, you'd never be mean to me, would you? You would never be mean to me. You know how, tell me you're old without telling me you're old. Deleting all the AARP emails. So, okay, tell me, Crystal. So I went longer this time than I did last time. Can you tell?
That it's longer?
Yeah. The last time I got cut, everybody was calling me Butch.
Yeah, because the last time it was more like spiky, kind of straight up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a choice.
So this time it's sort of
it's
falling over more
longer.
to the side.
It's longer this time, but she didn't shave it short enough on the sides. I told her I didn't want to be able to see hair through my fingers.
So go back and tell her.
That's okay. That's all right. She does a good job. And she is like, she'll be like, okay, I'm going to cut it this length. And then if you want it shorter, I'll go back and do it over. She's that kind of hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really, she cares. She wants you happy. So I don't really want to. I like her. The first thing she said when I walked in, she looked over at me and she said, "Oh my goodness, your hair is so long." I said, "I know." And then she gets to cutting it and she's like, "How did you go through all of these hot days? Because it's been really hot in Michigan. This is the first week that it's been beautiful weather. And the end of last week to now, she's like, how did you go through all that Michigan weather? And I'm like, I know, because my hair is because you've got thick hair too.
Yeah, I have so much of it.
We could be mother-daughter. I mean, look at the hair.
Yeah.
Seriously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because how old are you?
I am 41.
I had you when I was 12.
No, I mean, it's possible, but kind of pushing it.
Yep. Still don't have an email.
Have you already bought the plant, or you haven't even done that?
No, I want to sign in.
So you just paid the yearly for the delivery.
No, that was in February.
Okay.
Because,
do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Do you know that you can send flowers and plants through Amazon Prime?
Can you really?
Yes. And it's free for delivery.
Really?
Yes. Yes. I have a picture. You want to see? I sent my grandpa.
First of all, would you like to see the plant that I'm thinking about getting?
Sure. I sent my grandpa before he passed. I sent him hold on. Flatten out my pictures a little. You had no idea? Yeah. You can do that on So there, I sent him this plant.
Mm-hmm.
This was right before he passed away. I sent it to him. Can you see it? I don't know. It's kind of
Beautiful.
blurry.
Was it in a tree log or just something that looked like a tree log?
No, it's a pot with rocks. It's like a what is it called? Oh my gosh. It's a bonsai. Money tree. Bonsai money tree.
Oh yeah. I saw those on here.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and hit my picture.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Jonathan, hair grows back. I'd wait till next time. Oh yeah. I'm gonna wait till next time.
Oh, that's cute.
It's a prayer plant.
Oh.
And it's 8 to 12 inches tall. So for your $60 or $70 by the time you're done, you're getting a good item for your money, right? And it's masculine, and so the leaves can kind of be shaped like kidneys, so it'll remind him when it was for.
I'm going to look it up on here and see if they have one on Amazon.
Bill is such a sweetheart. He is just such a sweetheart.
You like bonsai trees, Jonathan? I am so bad at growing any type of plant or tree. I just can't do it.
You know what my husband did? Okay, because my mother-in-law was from Okinawa, right? So we have this tree in the back that it's like a fern bush type thing.
Mm-hmm.
He sawed off limbs and trimmed it and everything, and he made it into a bonsai tree. And I asked him one day, I said, is that an actual bonsai tree? Because Mom was from Okinawa, where bonsai trees are from. And he said, no, I just cut it to look like a bonsai tree. Beth says, what does this mean?
Yeah. When I lived in California with my dad, my grandpa used to have, well, we had a gardener, but my grandpa used to have the gardener cut the trees in the front. And like all the kids I went to school with called them the Dr. Seuss trees because they look like lollipops. Like the way that they were all cut, they were like round. I don't know what kind of trees they were, but they all look like lollipops in our front yard.
I'm just telling Beth I went off on the 1-800-Flowers guy.
So they have some of those plants on Amazon. Yeah, if you just type in like fresh plant delivery or fresh flower delivery on Amazon Prime, they will,
on my laptop.
a bunch of different things will pop up.
Update screwed it up, not a virus.
Yeah, I use it all the time to send flowers and plants.
Beth was having problems with her brand new laptop that she just got for work, and we were hanging out, and I knew you and I were going to be hanging out this morning, and so I thought, because she was supposed to be at the office today, but she decided to work from home, and so I thought the three of us could work out because we do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody went live. And if Beth were to come on and it were to be live and she wouldn't know it, she would be very upset. She wouldn't take it as easily as I did.
Okay, so I will make it a point from now on to ask if we should go live or not.
I mean, I could have literally stood up, held my boobs in my hands, and said, Crystal, does my left boob look like it's hanging lower than my right? Because that's something I would totally do, right? I would be like, Crystal, can you see my areolas through this shirt?
I'm sorry, Mom. Oh gosh.
Hi, Night Star Beauty. How are you, honey? Jonathan
I
said,
really thought you
bonsai,
might.
bonsai trees are so beautiful, Jonathan. They're not as beautiful as my late mother-in-law, but bonsai trees are beautiful.
My husband has his entire office, like one whole wall is all bonsai trees. And he'll spend like one whole day out of his weekend. He pulls each one off the shelf. He like cuts it, prunes it, waters it, gives it vitamins, all kinds of things. And he does that with each one of his trees. And it takes a whole entire day for him to do all of them.
Now, he's not Asian though.
No.
He's just Cherokee, right?
Yes. No, Lakota.
Lakota. That's right. Crystal, did you see the results of my DNA test?
No, I don't think so.
Goodbye, Harvey. Goodbye, my new friend. Mama loves you. It did not show Lakota, which did not surprise me because many times it does not show Native American.
Yeah.
And a girlfriend of mine was telling me a friend of hers or a relative, it's a relative of hers, is 100%. I mean, full-blooded. I can't remember what Native American tribe she was from, but it came back as 50% and then 50% something else. And she's 100%. So, but it came back for me 40% European. And then it came back German and Russian, which I knew I was. It did not come back Polish. I thought I was Polish. It came back quite a bit Scottish. And you know what's funny is prior to me getting the results back from the Ancestry Company, I bought my son 1 square foot of land in Scotland. So he can now be a lord. He is now Lord Clay Haggard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that was one of his birthday gifts for me, and
That's
just
cool.
thought that was so cool.
That is.
My husband's like, "That's a stupid idea," and I was like, "No, it's not. It's cool. It's unique, and it's beautiful certificate. You just print it off. I printed it off on awesome paper, and framed it, and he hung it on his wall."
Yeah, I did something similar for my husband. I got him a star where you can like name a star and then it sends you the certificate or plaque depending on how much money you want to spend. And it tells you where the star is and the coordinates and you can name it and all that stuff.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to hide down here under my name. I'm flossing my teeth with a rubber band.
Oh, why with a rubber band?
Because it works really good.
Okay.
Throw it away. I have some teeth that are really close together, and it's thicker than dental floss, so it works. Whenever I go in, they're like, "Oh, you have very little plaque." I'm like, "Thank you. I floss with rubber bands," and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, that's what I said. What?
I said, and then because when I had this tooth back here pulled, this tooth way on the upper in the back, these teeth shifted, and they're like dental floss, just it gets lost in the crevice, right? So I use cardboard. I was using cardboard to floss in between those teeth, And the gal gave me these. They're like pipe cleaners.
Yeah.
Yeah, to floss in between those teeth. And she's like, when you run out of these, she gave me like an entire package. She says, when you run out of these, you can order more on Amazon.
Yeah, I have some of those around here somewhere.
But really, I just use bigger rubber bands.
Hey, whatever you want. Have you ever thought of using like a water pick? Like one of those?
Yeah, I thought about getting one of those. And we have like this massive shower head that shoots water like painful.
Yeah.
So, it's got those like 3 little things, and it hurts your fibro to use it. But I'll go. I do it on my teeth every time I'm in there. See, it's not like I mind being live because I'm going to say and do what I'm going to do anyway. It doesn't matter to me because I am the same person live that I am when I'm not live. But I just wasn't particularly sweet to that man, and that's what bothered me. That's the only thing that bothered me about it. What am I looking for? Oh. See, I have all different kinds of sizes of rubber bands. Like I have these big rubber bands. See how big these are?
Yeah.
I don't have these just to floss with, but they do work.
Dana says it's like getting attacked by nails.
Yes, yeah.
I totally get that.
And then I have this size rubber band, and then I have this size rubber band because I use them for different things. And so this is my normal go-to flossing. But I have these little packets of chicken in the refrigerator, and because, as you know, I will only eat like once a day. And so as I'm losing weight, I will grab, a baggie of chicken out of the fridge, and I'll eat 4 ounces of chicken and that's what I did. Hi, Betsy. Hey, before you work with her, make sure she's not live.
Oh my gosh, Mama. I'm sorry.
Look. The only reason I even cared is because of that gentleman. Look.
Everything was fine with that. You weren't that rude to him. I mean, you hung up on him, but
no, I didn't. I said, okay, thank you, bye.
That's true. See, you didn't even hang up on him. The fact of the matter is, I don't think he understood what you were saying.
Clearly not.
You kept asking him the same thing over and over, and he kept giving you the same answer, and you're like, that's not helping me. And so you said bye. It wasn't, I don't think you were rude to him at all.
But what was rude was me saying to you, don't you hate it when you call a company and you get somebody who doesn't speak English?
Yeah.
That was kind of rude. But I mean, who doesn't say that when they call and get somebody who doesn't speak English?
I worked for a company for like 7 years, and they decided to shut down our call center and outsource to a company outside of the US. Well, when they did that, they said that the people that stuck around and trained these new people to take our jobs would get like a severance package.
Where does the test go?
Uh-oh. Did it break off?
It did. It's right here.
Does it just slide in there, or is it broken?
No, it slides in there. The other side is broken. I got this ginormous rhino, really big, and Tom liked it. He's like, "You're not selling that." I'm like, "Oh no, I am. It's hand carved." He's like, "No, you're not selling that. Put that right here." And so then I said, "Well, I have an elephant coming too. Here's the elephant, but its trunk is broken, and I didn't know it. So I figure we can set them like this. But the rhino is like 3 times the size of the elephant. But anyway, go ahead."
I don't know what I was saying.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
It's okay. It wasn't really important.
Oh, you were talking about call center going out of business.
Oh, yeah. So they didn't go out of business. They just outsourced. And so they hired these new people. They came to our office and we had to train them. And it's like we were training these new people to take our jobs, basically. So we were going to be out of a job at the end of this whole training thing. And it was like, it was horrible. And these people, I mean, it wasn't their fault, of course, right? It's the company's fault. But, you know, we resented a lot of them. And we hated them because they're taking our jobs. And a lot of them barely spoke any English, and it was just
frustrating.
Yeah, it was a horrible situation all the way around.
Let me tell you a little story. When I worked in corporate management. I was middle management. And the reason I was middle management was because I could never be upper management. And the reason I could never be upper management was because I didn't have a college degree. And they might have been able to overlook it if I had some college experience, but I'd never gone to college. And I was overlooked for three different times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what they did was they would not hire me for the job. It's really unfortunate that you know, like I said, I used to write the training manuals and I used to train the supervisor, you know. It's really unfortunate that, you know, you never went to college. And I said, well, I've always wanted to go to college, but my parents, you know, didn't want to waste the money on me because my brother didn't take it seriously, but I would have, you know. So I went to college when I was 42. And so, but they would have me train the people they did hire.
Yeah, see, that's so.
And I did it the first 2 times. And the third time, I said no.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And the gal was so, because she was my, not inferior, okay? She wasn't my inferior, but she certainly wasn't my superior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just said, no, I'm not going to do it. She's like, well, Kelly, I was really counting on you helping me and training me and teaching me all your tricks. And I said, well, I'm sorry. You're going to have to learn it as you go because I'm not going to train you. They can have
it was awful, Jonathan. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous for a company to ask you to do something like that. It really is. And it was an awful situation in our call center, too. And the only incentive was that they were going to give you some sort of like severance. So I just, I said, well, I'll take my regular severance, not with the additional, and I'm out of here. And I left.
Well, the first 2 people I trained, I really liked them. They were nice people. It was not their fault that, you know, I was not able to get the job, you know, so it's not their fault. But this other person, this last person they wanted me to train, I had been there longer. I had done more. I was more significant in the department and in the area than she was. And she was a only do what you have to do kind of person, you know. And I, you know, butt kiss her and, you know, I'm only going to do what I have to do. And I didn't have any respect for her. And she was a butt kisser. And, you know, she wasn't like naive about it. You know, she'd brag about it. And I had no respect for her. And, I mean, I was nice to her. We got along. However, I wasn't going to train her.
Yeah, it just makes for sort of like a hostile work environment. Like you don't blame the person, but you still feel that like resentment, I guess. And
well, here's the thing. She was very hurt because I was always the kind of person that, do you need my help? I'll help. Let me show you how I do this. Because my team always had the highest numbers. We always had the lowest call times, and they were like, what are you doing with your people? And I said, well, the first thing that I'm doing with my people, because, you know, I had like 200 people, right? Is I thank them for making me look so good, first of all. And second of all, I had these calendars, right? Everybody got a calendar. And there were stars. There were like gold stars, red stars, and silver stars. And if you made your call time for that day or under, like if you were way over your call times, everybody got a sticker, okay? Unless you really sucked butt and had a bad attendance or anything, but I didn't have any of those problems with my people. You would get this color sticker. If you just made your call times, you'd get this color sticker. But if you did really, really good and you were under your call times and stuff like that, and you exceeded the goals that I set for them, they would get a gold star. And every Friday I would buy them pizza, and
Yeah.
not like 200 people, but just my immediate group. I ended up having the whole 200 people, but and when we would have our meetings, I would flat out tell them, guys, thank you so much for making me look so good. I appreciate you so much. When I went into meetings with the senior management, I would tell them, they're like, Kelly, what are you doing with your team? And I say, it's not me. It's not me, guys. Yeah, we've got the best numbers, and I know we rock every single month, but it's not me. It's my people. And they're like, well, what do you do to motivate them? And so I told them, and they had me write a coaching manual that I had to take around to all of the other middle management supervisors, which there weren't that many, but and teach them how to coach their team. Now, come on, I'm the same level as them. And most of them made more money than I did. So why am I coaching them? And they resented it. They really resented it. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
And
Well, like Jenny said, how come you're good enough to teach and to train, but you're not good enough to have a position?
right. And I'm just like,
It's like
guys,
nowadays, a college degree doesn't matter. It really
yeah.
doesn't.
Well,
That's why I've always told Jake, I was like, you don't have to go to college if you don't want to. There's plenty of other options these days. And
well, I mean, come on. Jake doesn't even need college. But my fear is for my grandson. Now, I say he's my grandson, guys, but Crystal and I aren't related. We met over an Instagram post about gray hair.
yeah, that's true.
That's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
I had my long gray hair all flailed out on the recliner, and it looked really cool, like a big old fan. And I said,
And you were talking about
dyeing it. Should I dye it?
Yeah.
And you responded, no, it's beautiful. I'm growing my hair out too. And I was like, really? And we started Instagramming, and we just became friends, and now we're family.
Yep. It's funny how that works out, or how a person is just placed in your life that way.
God places people where they're supposed to be. And even if you have friendships that go wrong, you were there to learn a lesson. You were there for a reason.
Well, there's a lot of people that come and go out of your life, but there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Whether it was you needed to touch them in some way, or they needed to touch you in some way, vice versa. I don't know, but
but
always something you take from it.
My fear for my grandson is, I call him my grandson, but is that he become bored and unfulfilled in his quest for knowledge, because he has an insatiable. Oh, my husband's home from door dashing. He didn't door dash very long. Let's see how
Greg says, if you're not working your dream, you're working for someone else's dream. That is so true.
This this is the first time he's DoorDashed by himself. We didn't get
Hey,
along.
TJ, how are you?
We didn't get along last time. Hi, Jarhead. We didn't get along last time. That he and I DoorDash, but we're not going to talk about it now because he's coming in the house.
Okay.
But yeah, my son was like, I say genius level because he was 5 years old and he'd be standing in the back of the cart, or 4 years old, and he was always in sports. Like when he was 7, he was the pitcher of our little league team on the 11 and 12-year-old team. And he was 7. Okay. He was in all accelerated classes. They wanted to bump him up 2 classes, and I was just like, no, we're not going to do that. He already plays sports with kids older than him. I want him to be in school with kids his age. But it was very frustrating because he was bored. And he would be talking to somebody, and the teacher would say, Clay, what did I just say? And Clay would repeat word for word what the teacher just said. And the teachers would tell us at conferences, it is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. And I would say, well, I understand that. And he had like a 504 plan or a 1820 plan or whatever it's called.
504 or an IEP.
Yeah, because he had Tourette's. He got Tourette's when he was 8. He was playing. They were championship. They won their rocket football team when they were 7. Won the championship in their division, and there were 3 of those boys on that team in the same elementary playing football on the playground, which they weren't supposed to be doing. We'd already said these kids are playing football on the field. Tell the monitors they're not allowed to do that. We don't want somebody getting hurt, because Clay in pads. Clay had already sent somebody to the emergency room.
Oh.
Okay. He was the quarterback, and he was a middle linebacker. He never rested. He played both offense and defense. And he had already sent somebody in pads to the emergency room by ambulance. So, he's even when he was a senior in high school, he weighed 260 pounds. He was a little beefy, but like he was second in steals at 260 pounds. And now he's 300 plus, but he's just a big kid. He's like me, like I'm 300 pounds. But I don't know. I'm told I don't look like I weigh that much, but like when I wore a bikini,
Oh. We lost Mama. Bye, Night Star. Thank you for coming and hanging out. It's Wednesday morning. Oh, okay. Life is too short to work for others' dreams. Yeah, it is. It really is. You gotta focus on your own. I don't know where Mama went. Focus on your own dreams. Get there eventually if you focus. Oh, there she is. There you are.
Hi, Crystal. I'm so glad we're not live. I have something really important to tell you.
Shut up. Get out of here. I'm just going to kick you back out.
But he was just so smart, and he was always advanced. But guys, like grown men, fathers of other players from football or baseball or whatever, would come up to us in the grocery store, and they would walk up and shake hands with Clay and say, hi, Clay, how you doing? Did you watch that game last night? Blah, 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 blah. And they'd be talking about sports strategy, because at 5 years old, Clay could do that.
I know, he could too.
And I would just be standing there going, hi. Hi.
I know.
And it's just like, I would just stand there, and 5 or 10 minutes would go by, and they would just be talking. And it was just like, and then I had my nephew who's 40 something now. I think he's 43. When he was 5, we were walking through Kmart, and he's like genius level too, right? My son's not a genius by any means, but and he asked me, he says, Aunt Kelly. I said, what, Zachy? He goes, what's abortion? And I stopped and I said, did you ask your mom that question? And he goes, yeah, but she won't tell me. And I stopped and I thought, and I went, well, we have you 3 days out of the week. So, because, the boys used to always come and spend the weekends with Tom and I. And I said, okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. And I told him what it was. And the whole woman's right to choose, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, how do they do it?
Excuse me.
So I told him what I knew about it, how they do it, what I thought or had heard or whatever. And he's just like, oh, he's like, okay, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And, he already knew about the birds and the bees and all that stuff because we'd already had that talk. And actually, 5 is when I had the birds and bees talk with Clay, 5 or 6. But, yeah, and he was just smart. And then, I'm not saying this is why all this happened, but my sister stopped letting us take the boys every weekend. And then we didn't get to see them for a while because they like wanted to come to our house all the time. And they started smoking pot and
Thank you, Greg.
smoking pot and shoplifting and getting into all kinds of trouble. And then my nephew, who was so intelligent and smart and still is, I'm not saying that he's any less smart. Oh, bless you. I didn't bless you when you sneezed. You sneezed.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry. That just hit me that you sneezed. And he's recovering meth addict. And he's been in trouble with the law. Both of them have. The younger one's completely turned his life around many, many years ago and is just rocking this world. And then Zachary, who I just love more than anything in the world. I still call him Zachy. I'm the only one that's allowed to call him that. But he's struggling, staying sober, and he lives with my sister, and he lives with his mom and his dad, and I just want so much for him to beat this addiction, so that he can go and conquer the world. Because he's so damn smart. He used to get into trouble. In school because he was smarter than the teachers.
Oh, we've been through that. That's why I pulled Jacob out of the online schooling completely, and we just went straight homeschool. Because we had an incident where a teacher was teaching some math or something in class, and they're asked to show their work or whatever, and the teacher was like, no, you're doing it wrong, or telling Jake, you're doing it wrong, and Jake's like, well, I have the right answer.
Right.
And the teacher was like, but that's not the way that you're supposed to do it. You need to work it out this way. And Jake said, but that's the long way. It's easier if I just do it this way. And the teacher was like, no. And they got into this argument going back and forth. And Jake was like, you're teaching the whole class wrong. There's such a simpler way to do it. I don't know why you got to make it so complicated. And it was just like this huge thing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we ended up in the principal's office. And of course, I agree 100% with what Jacob is saying. And we just went back and forth with it. And finally, I told the principal, I said, we need to have a sit-down conversation, the two of us, and discuss this. And she's like, okay. And we scheduled an appointment. I showed up to the office, The secretary, whatever, at the front desk told me, okay, she's in a meeting. She'll be right with you. I said, okay. I waited like 20 minutes. So then I told her, we had an appointment at this time. You know, it's already been 20 minutes. What's going on? Oh, she'll be right with you. Don't worry. So I continue to wait. Finally, it's like almost an hour. And I said, it's an hour. I've been waiting. What is going on? Oh, she went to lunch. I said, what? I said, we had an appointment and I've been waiting here for an hour. Does she not know that I'm here? Yeah, she knows that you're here. I said, well, when is she scheduled to be back? In an hour. I said, okay, I'll come back in an hour. I came back and in 1 hour, and the lady told me, oh, she went home for the day. I said, she's avoiding me is what she's doing now.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
So I said, okay, that's the end of that.
When Zachary, I almost said Zachary James. When Zachary James was in school, they didn't have, like I said, he's like 42 or 43.
Hi, Patrick.
They didn't have accelerated classes back then. And it was really a struggle because Zachary was like way up here. And then McGee, well, his name was Adam. His name is Adam. But I called him McGee. He was dyslexic. And so, you know, Zachary was Cindy's first child. So she didn't really realize, you know, what a gift that she had because it was her first child. I didn't know how intelligent Clay was because he was my first child. And then, of course, Paige had learning disabilities. So, I mean, we each had one kid at the end of each spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really a struggle when you have a child that cannot have an outlet to challenge themselves. They're going to get in trouble. They're going to be disruptive.
Yeah. There's a lot of kids too that are super smart. They slip through the cracks and they end up just sort of failing their way through school because they're bored.
Bye, Night Star. Yeah.
You know, one of the biggest issues was Jake doing homework. We would get in arguments all the time with teachers because Jake refused to do homework. And it's like the school just kept wanting to hold him back. And Jake was like, I'm not doing this. It's stupid. I know all the answers. I don't even have to work out the problems. I just know it.
But you know what? The teachers have a certain curriculum and they're supposed to follow it. So I kind of understand on their end of it that it is natural for them to expect this child to work this problem the way that it's being taught because that's how she's scoring everybody on. But when you have that exceptional child, you have to do things a little different.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's that every child is different. You can't just put them all into this one little box and expect all of them to fit in there.
Like with Clay, it was always extra work. You know, he was given extra work and then it would be like extra credit. Well, he would get usually A's anyway, but yeah. So, but then he's like his mother. He is a social butterfly. Crystal, so I'm on Amazon looking at these plants to send one to Bill for his surgery.
Yeah.
And they're so much cheaper than the flower stores.
I know.
But they don't have the pretty pots and stuff with them.
Not all the time. Sometimes they do, but not all the time. You just have to kind of.
Well, this one, get this. Here, I'll show you. I really like this one. It's 10 inches. So, you know, every girl can appreciate something 10 inches. But I'll share it with you.
Patrick says, we took ours out of public school and started the online 9-day difference grade-wise. It really is. So we did public online school all the way until about middle school. And middle school, we went through a lot of things then, which I'm not going to talk about, but that's when we just switched completely to straight homeschool, and it's so much better. What a huge difference.
You know, back when my kids were in school, that wasn't an option. And, you know, I worked 40 hours a week. My husband worked 40 hours a week. So for us, homeschool wouldn't have been an option. I mean, literally would not have been an option. We needed to be a two-income family. You know, we were constantly in a different city every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because
Yeah.
Clay was on 4 ball leagues. You
And
know,
homeschool, especially like elementary and maybe even middle school, depending on your kid, is definitely parent driven.
so this is a nice plant right here.
Yeah.
And it's 10 inches. So I'm thinking,
You could always send a pot with it if you wanted to do it that way.
I don't think that's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But these leaves, why it's called a prayer plant, is that at the end of the night, the leaves will curve in and look like hands praying.
Really?
Yep,
Oh, wow.
that's why it's called a praying plant. And so I figure, you know, because it's going to be from the ministry.
That's nice. That's a nice one.
But I'm not sure I like it not coming in a pot. I'm a little torn on that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's an option. There's an option.
Yeah, it's an option.
I will say though that the plants that I have ordered off of Amazon are beautiful. They've all been really nice. Like you saw the one that I got my grandfather. He loved it. They've all been really pretty. And flowers too. I've ordered flowers from there also. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, what did I just do? I hit the wrong button. You feel it's affected his social interaction? I guess it really depends. It's not for every kid. I can say that for sure. I wasn't worried about it with Jacob because he's autistic, so his social interaction is completely different than
It is.
a child without autism anyways.
Patrick, your kid was probably a very social person. So there's a depression aspect of that that comes into play when you take that social butterfly and put them in a secluded environment. Like my son just moved from, well, a while ago, moved from Indiana to Michigan. And the new job that he has here in Michigan, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Crystal.
No, you're fine.
But, you know, he went from a very social job to he's a marketing manager for a moving company here in Kalamazoo. And he does a great job. He gets that company on the news and he pimps them out. But he has this big old office, you know, and he's secluded in this office all day. And it took him a long time to adjust to being in this office mostly by himself, you know, because he's such a social person. It took him a long time to get over that. I don't even know if he is over it.
I'm not. I don't know. I guess in like larger crowds, I get really quiet and I just sort of, I'll kind of move away from the crowd. I'm not really a social person in the beginning until I start knowing people and really becoming friends with people. I'm not very social. It's hard for me to sort of like, it's hard for me to jump in the middle of the crowd and be like, hey, I'm Crystal. Like, I don't do that. Usually my husband is the one that does that. And he is that social butterfly. I mean, he can walk up to anybody, anywhere, and just start a conversation with them. And then he'll include me. Like, this is my wife. And
that's how I am.
he forces me to be social. And I mean, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, but
Right.
I'm just not that way naturally.
Yeah, I'm the one that can walk into a room full of strangers and never feel alone. But when the pandemic hit and we weren't allowed to go and do things and everything was closed, I really embraced being in this office by myself. So much so, my husband was like, "You never get out of the house. You never go anywhere." You know, and it was true. I never went anywhere unless it was to go down to my local Goodwill to pick up my auction wins. I never went anywhere. I just didn't want to. I became a home hermit. And even still, I still don't really leave unless my husband and I are door dashing. Then I've been getting out a lot lately, although he door dashed by himself today. But now that
Greg's asking if the Gibson Guitar Factory is open.
I don't think it is, Greg, but it used to back. My family had friends, really, really good friends. We called them our cousins, but we weren't related. Their mother, but her name was Betty. She had an at-home job where she did something with the guitar strings. I don't know if she strung them on the guitars or she pulled them out and grouped them into sets of five. I don't know what she did, but she did it at home. You'll have to Google it to see if the Gibson plant is still. I don't think it is. I don't think it's been open for 25 years. Yeah,
who are you talking about that you didn't think was an actual human? Are you talking about me or Mama? The arm on my chair is becoming loose
I
here.
think he's talking to Patrick.
I think he's talking about me.
Why? Because you never leave your house?
I leave my house all the time. The problem is I'm only going to doctor's appointments. That's where I am. The majority of my time is in waiting rooms.
No, my husband.
Yeah, he is talking about me. That's what I thought.
Yeah, my husband tells me, he goes, you go in that room and you never come out. Like yesterday, I worked from 10 a.m. until like midnight, and I went to bed at midnight, but I sat there, I laid in the bed and played on my phone because my husband snores really, really bad, which I don't blame him for. That's not his fault. But I don't actually go to bed usually. I just stay up working until 3 when he gets up, and then I go to bed. So that's why a lot of times I'm getting up at 11:30, 12 o'clock, because
you're up really, really late.
Yeah, because what's the point? I can go in there and lay in bed for 3 hours, or I can be working. So, but then, I didn't fall asleep until 8:30 this morning.
Yeah, I usually don't stay up that late. I stayed up late with you the other day, only because my husband wasn't home, and it's hard for me to sleep when he's not here. I get nervous being by myself.
I can understand that. Oh, this is really cool. They don't seem to have a praying plant. I'm on Teleflora. They don't seem to have a praying plant, but look at this. I'm very drawn to this. I'll show you.
Yeah.
And it's only $50, which will be $70 by the time it's done. I would crack up if Bill were watching this.
you played guitar to hide behind it. I totally get that. I totally get that. When I was in high school, I was a big nerd in high school. I was sort of,
She was a band geek.
yeah, well, I wasn't in band, but I was in the competition choir. Same thing, practically. I mean, I was a geek.
Me too.
I was a geek.
Me too. I was in
Yeah,
varsity choir. You
I
could be
hated
my
high school.
daughter.
But I hid behind music too. And then my choir director, he was always pushing me. Like every time, like every Friday, he made me do a solo in front of the class. And I hated it at the time, but I totally get why he was doing that to me now. But he was just pushing me to not be afraid of people, basically. He was forcing me to stand up in front of people and, sing in front of them. And I totally get it now, but back then I was like, oh, I hate you. I don't even know why I'm in this dumb class. But um,
All right,
yeah,
I'm gonna share my screen, honey.
okay, yeah, he forced me to come out of my shell.
Tell me what you think about this one. It's not a praying plant.
Hmm.
It's not a praying plant, but it's got a lot of beautiful plants in it.
Okay, now one thing, when you order those from like Teleflora or from 1-800-Flowers, you don't get that exact one.
No, I know.
Okay. So they'll give you something similar or something
Right.
that like falls in that price range, but you don't necessarily get that one.
Right. Oh yeah, I think that's completely expected, because they don't know what they're going to have on hand
Yeah.
at the time. Yeah. But I really like that. The only thing I don't like about it is it's in a basket. I just realized there's a handle on it, not so masculine. So I really want to send something that's masculine. I told him a while ago I was going to send him a plant. That's just, it's something in the ministry that
Hi, Horizon Pix. How are
I
you?
really do like. Hi, Horizon. How are you, baby? Aww. Aren't you
Currently
a
cleaning vintage G1 Transformers from your childhood. That's awesome.
Yeah, it
From
is.
I don't think I have any toys from my childhood that I have from when I was a kid. I mean, I've bought things now that remind me, of my childhood.
Buggy used to have a couple Transformers. Buggy is my granddaughter.
Yeah, my little brother had tons and tons of like Transformers and Ninja Turtles and all kinds of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And
I'll get lost in a Transformer. I can sit there and play with a Transformer for an hour. Like, no joke. I almost bought off the website of my local Goodwill's auction site a bunch of Transformers, but I knew I wouldn't sell them, so
yeah, the biggest issue that I have found with the actual vintage toys like that is how they were stored.
Exactly.
So like my grandmother, she saved all of our toys from when we were little, and she sent me a big box of them when Jake was born, and I threw probably 99% of it away because like you would try to move the arm or something and it would just crack and break off. So however she stored it, which was probably maybe in a storage thing outside or something,
outside in the garage or
it completely
left
ruined.
outside.
Yeah, completely ruined the plastic.
Yeah. I literally spent 3 hours trying to figure out that 1-800-Flowers thing. And that's why, Crystal, when I showed you these piles of papers that I unknowingly shared with the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I was telling you that my plastic thing on there had broken, I went through every one of these receipts to find my receipt for the last flowers I sent to somebody, just so I could make sure I knew the company that I did it through.
Well, in your email, you can go into this. Well, do you have Yahoo, or who do you use for email?
Yahoo.
Okay, so in Yahoo, you can go to the search bar at the top, and you can type in up there like 1-800-Flowers, and just change, like with a little drop down arrow, you can change to like search in the trash, search in your sent files, search in whatever you want to search in, and you might be able to find like one of your previous emails or something that says like, oh, thank you for signing up for whatever delivery thing that you signed up for.
It doesn't matter though, because they're not sending me an email to reset my password.
No, I mean, okay, but when did you sign up for the free delivery thing?
February.
Okay, so search, because you probably trashed that email, right?
Oh, I don't know. I printed the receipt. It doesn't matter if I can't get into the account. If I can't log into my account, I can't order flowers. So it's not accepting my password. I have 2 passwords that I would have used for this occasion, okay? And because it's ministry, and it's not accepting either one. And I even tried my personal passwords, and it wasn't accepting those.
Yeah, it's possible that maybe you misspelled it or put capitals or something when you signed up. And
yeah, well, even so, they're not sending me the stinking emails. And I did do a search on 1-800-Flowers to try and pull up any emails that were out there, and it doesn't pull up anything.
oh yeah, Greg, it wasn't like you know, the arm just popped off or something like that. I mean, this was like dry rot, I guess, because it was literally like crumbling plastic. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like cracking and crumbling.
Ooh, this one's 13 inches high.
Then again, that was like 13, 14 years ago. So I wasn't reselling at the time. Otherwise, I might have tried to sell them. I don't know.
Crystal, what do we think about this one? Go ahead.
I don't have it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's pretty.
I really like that. It's approximately 13 inches high, 9 inches wide. So that's a good. I think
yeah, that's a nice one.
My husband's leaving for work. His second job. This is the first time that he went door dashing without me. Now I've gone door dashing without him, but
yeah, don't do that, Mama.
Yeah, I promised him I wouldn't.
It's just not safe. I mean, anything could happen. Something could happen with your car. Something could happen, like you trip and fall. Something could happen, you know, with a customer that is just psycho. Lots of things could happen. Your Facebook is up there now. You want me to take it down? Or are you sharing?
Yeah. No, you can. Yeah, I'm done sharing.
Okay. I just wanted.
This little boy is just adorable.
Who is that?
Emily Conway's son.
Oh. Very cute. Okay,
it's his first day of first grade.
Aww. Yeah, they were unusable, Greg, because I wouldn't let my son play with them. They were pretty bad. And I think that's just because my grandmother, she's like a hoarder. And she probably left them outside, and she lives in Arizona. So it is super hot. And yeah, they got ruined.
All right. I can choose what vase I want. I spent so much time on this last night.
Let me grab a stack of stuff. 1 second. Oh.
I have got to get this jewelry processed because I'm having that auction in 2 hours.
What did you say? You have an auction in 2 hours?
Yeah, I'm doing an auction at 6 Eastern tonight.
Oh.
And I'll have a better attitude than I did with the 1-800-Flowers guy.
Stepped on my dog's foot. Sorry.
You know, really, the only thing that bothered me about that, why I was so upset about it, is because usually I'm sweet with people like that, and I have a really good patience, and I'm like, okay, it's not your fault. You're in another country trying to speak a language that isn't yours. You're just doing your job. And so, you know, I try and be respectful, but we should do a reenactment.
Why?
I'm not getting an email from you to reset my password. My email is not coming through. I'm not receiving an email.
Okay, did you go to reset password?
Yes, I did. And I put
so now check your email. Check your email.
I put my email address in there and I hit request email to reset password, and I'm not getting any emails. No emails.
Did you hit reset password? Now go check your email. I mean, yeah, it was kind of a ridiculous conversation, and I could totally understand why you got frustrated, and anybody else watching it would have been frustrated too. So,
well, they were probably just laughing.
But that's how it was. It was like, go check your email. Well, I'm not getting the email. Well, did you hit reset password? Yes. Okay, so check your email. I'm not getting the email. I was just going in circles.
Yeah.
Like, are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Well, I even said to you, I didn't know we were live. I'm like, I'm speaking English, aren't I? You can understand what I'm saying, right? And you're like, yes. That's bitchy.
He can understand you. The problem is he's not listening.
Well, honey, I don't think he's grasping the concept, which isn't his fault.
I don't know. I mean, you're working that job. You should understand.
And, you know, maybe
how it works.
And maybe he just got out. Well, and then he was like, just one moment. Let me talk to my supervisor. He did that like 6 times. And then he came back. And every time it was, check your email. I'm not getting an email.
There is no supervisor that they're checking with, probably. And
then he finally just said, go to the website and email us from the website. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm like, okay, honey, thank you. Goodbye. Click. And in my head, I'm thinking,
bye, Patrick. Have a good day.
You're not being very nice. Bye, Patrick. And now Patrick Murphy is exiting the chat and will go along his day chat skipping invoice overlay. Yeah, Horizon Picks. Go back and watch the first 10 minutes of this video when I didn't know we were live.
Okay, in my defense, I was talking to the chat I was looking at the chat and saying, "Hi, welcome in. How are you? How are you doing? How's
But
your day?"
I had the volume down because I was on the phone, and then I said, "Who are you saying hi to?" And you went, oh, who was it?
I think it was Greg.
John. No, it was John.
Yeah, Jonathan Alfaro.
Yeah, Alfaro. And I'm like, "Are you on the phone with him or something?" I honestly did not know we were live, and my screen is over here. My StreamYard's over here, and then I was doing something. I looked up and I went, live.
Like, I've been chatting this whole time, talking to everybody, and
I flipped out. Go back and watch the video. I wasn't very happy with Crystal.
yeah, I'm grounded for this weekend.
I was legitimately upset at Crystal.
Sorry.
Disappointed more than upset.
Sorry.
Not because of something I was afraid I would say, because I say everything anyway. But
Oh, no, don't say that, Greg. I have Planet Fitness, or I'm a part of Planet Fitness.
Who's Craig?
Not Craig, Greg.
Oh, Greg. Horizon Picks, what's your name?
Planet Fitness has the worst customer service. Circle website says call Jim. Jim says use website. Yeah, see, I don't put up with that.
I have a gym in my basement. That's how you avoid that. You put a gym in your basement.
I don't have a basement.
My husband likes to buy sports equipment that he doesn't use.
We don't have a basement.
And I purchased a multi-station weight system about 4 years ago when I worked at the health club. And that's how I actually got into the hospital. Was I worked at this health club, or this health club. And I used to feed all the trainers, and one of the trainers was like, "Hey, you want to blah 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 blah," and I'm like, "How much would it cost me?" He's like, "I'll do it for free." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it for free." He goes, "I love you, Mom. I'll do it for free." And I was like, "Thank you."
Horizon says it's Roy. I even mailed you comics, Kelly.
It's Roy. I even email. That's where I got those. Oh, yeah. My husband got those. He liked them. Listen, please don't take offense if I forget your name, because I want to show you something. Okay, do you see all of this? It goes all the way over here underneath all of this. These are people's YouTube, and you could tell where they're all like worn off. These are people's username or YouTube names and their regular name, because with my fibromyalgia, I have really, really bad short-term memory. And Crystal can attest to this. I really do have really bad short-term memory. But I adore you, Roy. I had to look again. But no, I really adore you, and so I want to make sure I have you on my table. My husband's like, "You totally ruined our table," and I'm like, "Well, you won't buy me a desk, so." Well, it's not so much that I was going to buy my own, but he's like, "No, we don't need it in there," and I'm like, "But I'll pay for it," and he's like, "No, just keep using those." And then he gets mad when I write all over it and ruin it. Well, you don't get to pick.
And if it comes in my office, it's mine now.
Horizon Picks equals Roy Comics. Okay. Yeah, somebody won on one of his live streams, and they said, "Give that win to Mama." And I was like, oh. And my husband likes he likes comics, so I think I'm gonna order this one and just have him take it right out of my Apple Card. I really like this one. It's a winner.
It's a wiener wiener.
Wiener wiener. Chicken
Wiener. Chicken wiener.
I saved $10 for some reason, so it's now went from 60 to 55.
That's good.
I like the fact that it's a big size and it has that wooden base on it. The wood is a more rustic, masculine feel. In the ceramic cup or vase or pot that it's in is white. It has a geometric pattern to it with the
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, with the coning on it. So that is not feminine. And then the plants are, masculine. So I really wanted to have something more masculine. Plus, I told him I was going to send him a plant.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm listing clothing.
Last night,
Mama's buying plants.
well, look, last night I was listing electronics and a few other things, and trying to get this office around to have a station for my eBay photos and stuff like that now. And then today I had some things to do with my local Goodwill that I had to correspond back and forth with them. And then I've just been working on getting flowers for him because that's really important. And then I have to test all of this jewelry that I got to make sure that it is sterling silver, because my auction is in 2 hours, and then I'll have to clean them. But I already went through and sorted all of my chains and stuff like that. So
I need to do an auction. I miss doing auctions. I just haven't had the time to put my stuff together to do one.
you know what, Crystal? We could do an auction together of odds and ends and stuff like that on my channel.
Yeah, we can do that.
Or we can do it on your channel.
It doesn't matter. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Well, I've told several people that, I would have auctions for them on my channel, and I'll just call the auction. People that want to do auctions, like Manji. I don't know if you know who Manji is.
I think I've met them in your chat before.
Yeah, she has bought hundreds of items from me, no joke. And I said, why don't you auction some of it off? And so I said, I'll help you. We can do it on my channel. And, I've offered to do the same thing for a lot of other people. And it's really funny because people will come to me and say, Mama, I want to have a jewelry auction, but I don't know what to put in it, and I don't know how to do it. And so I will help them. Right.
Yeah.
Because every auction that's out there right now, every jewelry auction, every normal auction, any miscellaneous auction, even crystals, I will buy stuff because I like to support my fellow reseller. And so if somebody wants to have auctions, I want to help them and teach them how to do the StreamYard setup and what kind of stuff they have and worth and stuff like that. I like to do that because I didn't have anybody there helping me when I did mine.
Yeah, I usually do it solo, especially since Todd stopped doing them. So I do them solo.
Well, but now there's 10,000 jewelry auctions out there, and there's 5 that I can count that used to be customers of mine that are now doing auctions on their own. And I have myself to blame for that.
Yeah, I know. There's tons and tons and tons of auctions.
Not that I've helped every single one of them, but you know, I'm always there to help and stuff like that. And I have a girlfriend that she's struggling right now. And I said, you've got so much jewelry. Let's do a jewelry auction on my channel and you can liquidate some of that stuff and get you some money. And, and I'm realizing all these people I'm offering to do this for, it's going to be very time consuming, but that's okay.
Yeah, make sure that you're still, doing your own auctions and making money for yourself, not that
I
you're
have to, because
yeah.
I insisted that Tom and I split our bills down the middle. And now I give him $100 more a week. But I wasn't taking into account that, and it shouldn't matter, but we were kind of really arguing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the health insurance that comes out of his paycheck, I pay half of that comes, so the $110 a week that comes out of his paycheck, so it's $440 a month or whatever. I take the 12-month figure and divide it by 12. I pay half of that. I pay half of all of our bills now, including the truck and my student loans. And it's a lot more than what I was anticipating. Not that I can't do it. I have been doing it. But it's like, okay, I got to get my eBay store ramped up. And let's get to listing.
Yeah, well, fourth quarter's here, so should be
I have
able
so much stuff, Crystal. I have so many hundreds of items just in this room that needs to go on eBay, and that's not including clothes.
So do I, and that's been the biggest issue, is just finding the time. And I don't have it. I don't have it, which is why I've pulled back so much on doing auctions.
Well, honey, you work. You work for somebody.
Yeah. Well,
you're just 1099, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. She doesn't claim you as an employee?
No.
So, but I mean, still though, you are contracting for somebody. And so what you are doing all day is her work. And then after you're done with her work, then you got to do your work.
Yeah. I have set times when I do hers and I do my own, but I'm finding less and less and less time to do my own because I've just overwhelmed with Jake's stuff, really.
Right. And that's so time consuming right now. Do you get paid by the piece?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Kind of a sensitive question, but I ask all the questions. I'm very, very nosy, but in a loving kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask me a question, I will answer it. It doesn't matter what question you ask me. Somebody asked me a question in the chat thinking that I would not answer that question. And I guarantee you $50, I will answer that question. You don't want to bet on that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I got rid of my desktop and switched over to a laptop, is just so I can travel with my computer and try and get some work done.
I don't think I could do that because this laptop is 27 inches and this one's 29. So I don't think I could do that, but I've got poor eyesight.
Yeah, I just I have to figure out something because I spend, probably, oh God, I don't know, at least 6 hours a week in waiting rooms. And that's not including driving. That's just being there.
12012. I remember what that feels like. I definitely remember. It's like all the things that you're going through, different health situations, but all the things that you're going through, sweetness. I can remember when we were going through it with Clay,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very traumatic.
Yeah, I have my days, which is why you didn't see me on YouTube for a while. I wasn't on at all, except in chats maybe, but not lives or videos or anything for a couple of months. I think like 2 months I didn't do anything at all, and just because I was so overwhelmed with everything that it just became too emotional to even like
Honey,
talk about it.
you have got to take care of yourself.
I do.
That's one thing I didn't do because I had a younger child to take care of too. And we still had all the sports and everything. And we were both still working full-time jobs, and then, I was trying to do eBay here and there, and um but I was younger then, so I had the energy. And the worst feeling is when crap is up in the air.
Yes. Yes. Last week, I got a phone call finally from this company that, well, not company, but this provider that we've been trying to get Jake to see.
Mm-hmm.
But our insurance, they don't take our insurance. And they're the only provider in Las Vegas that does this type of treatment that I want for him. And so last week they finally called me and said, this isn't something that we typically do. And I said, I understand that, but I'm asking for an exception. And I'm begging you pretty much, I'm begging you to make an exception. And what can I do? I'll do all the paperwork. I'll do anything. Just sign it. I mean, what do you need from me? And so they're like, okay, hold on. Let me see if we can get you to somebody that's higher up who can actually make this decision, because I can't. So I said, all right, I'll wait. And so it took like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, before I finally got to talk with this person. But we had a long conversation, and he's like, I'm going to go ahead and approve this. I'm going to approve it, and we'll figure out whatever the paperwork is, because this is not something we've ever done before. But I'm going to approve it, and we're going to figure out how to make it work for you. And I was like, oh my God. And then my husband was like, miracles do happen. I was like, it's not a miracle. It's that I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing for it, and I was not going to take no for an answer. And I was like, it's not a miracle. It's that you have to keep asking. And, eventually when they see that, yeah, this is really something that this person needs and they're not going to be able to get it anywhere else, and you just talk to the right person, and that person has a good heart or whatever, they're willing to work with you. And I was like, that's what it took, is getting to the right person who said, this lady really does need our help. And I was like, yes, please help me. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and I'm not taking no for an answer. And we got it done. So now I'm just waiting for the paperwork to come through, and let's see what happens. But that's just another appointment to add to my list.
When Clay was playing on the playground and he got the knee to the temple, right here, and he got a severe concussion because those boys were playing on the playground like they had pads on. And you know how Clay hits. If he during a football game sends a kid to the hospital in an ambulance, you know how that's going to feel when he's hitting you without pads.
Yeah.
And he got kneed in the head, and was thrown up, and the school just called and said he wasn't feeling well and that he was thrown up. So I went and picked him up, left work, went and picked him up, got him all tucked into the couch and got him some Sprite or 7-Up or whatever. And then I said, honey, what's going on? He goes, Mom, my head just hurts really bad. I said, it does. I said, I'm so sorry, baby. And I'm thinking, that's really weird. And I turned around and I said, Clay, what did you do today at school? He's like, we were playing football on the playground. And I went, what happened? I got kneed in the head. Where? Right here. And I went,
Emergency room time.
Really loud, son of a, get up. We're taking you to the hospital.
Yep, concussion, right?
Yeah, well, we took him to the doctor. And the doctor sent us to emergency. And took him to emergency. The same emergency that accused us of child abuse. When he was 1.5 years and was in there for stitches 3 times in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We had to let him go apeshit crazy in that hospital room where normally we would control our child. But we were accused of child abuse, and the doctors are just like trying to keep him from jumping off the bed and climbing up on the code blue cart, which is a big red cart that
Crash cart.
Yeah, crash cart. And I used to be in charge of those and refilling them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is the kind of kid that we're dealing with. So the fact that we've been in, before, because you've accused us of child abuse. I want it in the record. I want you to write it down, the way this kid behaves and how rambunctious he is, so that I don't ever get questioned again about if I'm beating my child. And he's like, okay. And they never did say anything after that, but I forget where I was going. Oh, but yeah. So he had a severe concussion. He had to have an MRI and everything. And they could see like some swelling of the brain, but not anything really bad. Like he was hallucinating. So I was all over the school. Oh my gosh, I was the worst mama bear. The worst mama bear.
Well.
And we used to have to sit up there. After this happened, he went back to school. He was out for 2 weeks. We used to sit up there on our lunch hours while he was on the playground watching him to make sure anything didn't happen, because their playground people weren't doing it. And then the principal says, Kelly, you can't do that. You're not insured to be on the playground, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bullshit. These people aren't watching my kid. And yeah, you could tell, a 6 or a 7 or 8 year old don't do this, but when they're rambunctious like that, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was that's just what we had to do with him, because he was incredible. But yeah, and then after he had I know where I was going with this. After he had his concussion, about 2 weeks after he went back to school, he started ticking. Like,
oh yeah,
like this, and we were like, what's going on? And I would call the doctors, and I would be like, and they referred me to a neurologist, and the neurologist didn't want to make an appointment for him because they thought I was an overprotective mother. That were their words totally. So what I had to do, I'm like, no, I have a child who can't hold still. He walks down the hallway of our home and his arms flail and hit the sides of the hallway. He can't go to school like this, because, we were keeping him home for a little bit. I had to videotape him. I had to put the video camera up on the counter on a bunch of phone books and put a piece of black tape over, over the red light and just set the can. And it was one of those big shoulder jobbies, because it was back in the 90s. And videotape him and I playing cards and him doing all of his ticks and everything. I taped about 20 minutes of it, and then we stopped the tape. I took the tape, I wrote a letter, I put it in a manila envelope, and I drove it up there. So they were closed. Security let me in, and I said to security, I explained the situation. I said, they're not taking us seriously. I said, could you kindly give this to Dr. O'Donnell? Make sure Dr. O'Donnell gets this first thing in the morning, because my son is like having seizures and is ticking really bad, and they just think I'm an overprotective mother.
Yeah.
And he said, absolutely, I'll put it right on her desk. It had instructions on the front. It had a letter on the inside. They put it in their VCR, and they opened at 8. And at 8:20, I got a phone call from them. Yeah. And they said, it was the doctor. And she said, Kelly, I apologize, or Mrs. Haggard, I apologize. I thought you were an overprotective mother. And I started crying. She says, can you bring him in today? Like immediately, can you bring him in? We'd like to see him. And I just started crying. I just started crying. I called my mom. I said, because she stayed home from work to watch him. I said, I'm coming to get him. We're going to the doctor. I called my husband at work. He left work. We took him right in, and Clay sat in that room and ticked the entire time.
Wow.
And it took them like 6 weeks to diagnose him. And you'd never know he has Tourette's. He only exhibited symptoms for maybe 3 or 4 years. And like the real physical symptoms were only like 9 or 10 months. So we got very, very lucky with him. And when they went to diagnose him, I said, don't say it. And she's like, Tourette syndrome. I said, no, he doesn't have Tourette syndrome. He doesn't have Tourette syndrome. Because the only view of Tourette syndrome I had at that time was LA Law. I don't know how many of you guys remember a show called LA Law.
I remember the show, but I don't remember ever watching it.
There was a character on there, an attorney or a client or something that had Tourette's, and he would belt out these swear words, and Clay did have verbal tics too. He had some verbal tics, but he would say things twice, or he would repeat what you said. But I just visioned my son's life being like this forever, and she's just like, Mrs. Haggard, I'm very sorry, your son does have Tourette syndrome. And I was just devastated.
Horizon says Benny.
Yeah, no, not Benny. Benny was autistic. This was a client of one of the attorneys who was fired, and he filed a wrongful termination suit because of his disability, because of his Tourette's. Because his Tourette's was swearing. Clay never had that. He never had the swearing part of it. So they tried different, and this pediatric neurologist was like the best in the state. So we were really lucky to have her. I still remember her name was Dr. O'Donnell. And she tried all different kinds of therapies with him, different medications. They didn't work. Smoking patches, like nicotine patches, they just made him sick. And then finally they found it was an experimental drug that they were giving people with Tourette's that they were finding success with. And it was a drug called, I think I want to call it Levaquin. No, that's an antibiotic. Lotrazone, I can't remember, but it's what they give cancer patients for nausea. And he was getting 60 caplets a month. And I didn't know this because our insurance covered everything but $30. We paid $30 a month, but it
Mm-hmm.
was costing the pharmacy like $18,000 to $20,000 to fill that prescription every month. But that's the only thing that worked for him. That's the only thing that suppressed his tics. And then he had to learn how to control his tics and his mannerisms at such a young age. And Clay was always a big kid. He was never on the charts. He wasn't on the charts until he was like 7 years old. Okay, that's how big a kid he was. And then they were like, "Oh, he's the 99th percentile." And I'm like, "What is that?" And they explained to me the percentile for the charts, and I didn't know anything about it because my daughter was off the charts too. She was a big kid, and so he didn't grow for 3 years. He was on this medication from like 8 to 11, and he did not grow for 3 years. And I said to the doctor, I said, I think I want to take him off it. And the doctor's like, okay, we can wean him off it. And I said, well, can we try cold turkey? And she goes, if you want to try cold turkey. I said, okay. And so we took him off at cold turkey. And one of the main reasons I did that was because he had antibiotics that he was allergic to. We didn't know this. I had a pill box, and he had his antibiotics and his Zofran. That's what it was, Zofran. His antibiotics and his Zofran together. And then he was allergic to the antibiotics, so I had to throw away. They told me, don't let him take that Zofran, throw it away. So we flushed it all down the toilet. The pharmacy raised a fit, refused to give us another prescription, even though we had a prescription for it, because it cost so much money. And what if I didn't pick it up? And he refused to fill it, and I had to go to the store manager, and I said, I don't care how much it costs you, my insurance covers it. I'd only paid $30 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that pharmacist ended up getting fired because he flat out refused to fill a prescription, because I called corporate and everything. I was my husband and I are standing there, and he's yelling at us, the pharmacist, not one of the helpers, but the pharmacist. I'm not ordering that in because that costs us too much money and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what do you care? Insurance pays for it. But what if you don't pick it up 1 month? Then I'm stuck with it. I'm like, that's not my problem. This was a medical emergency. The doctor said, throw them away. We threw them away. And we didn't know at that time how expensive they were.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another reason that I wanted to get off them, because we have to get Meijer prescriptions because my husband works at Meijer. So I didn't want to encounter this bullshit anymore. So we took him off it. And within a week and a half, Crystal, I'm not kidding you, within a week and a half, he grew like 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
Wow.
It had stunted his growth, and he's 6 foot now. So I wonder what he would have been if he hadn't had his growth stunted for 3 years. He'd probably be like 6'3".
Yeah, I'm really careful with the type of medications that they give to Jacob. But yeah, I went through a similar experience with him. Like in the very, very, very beginning, when Jake first started walking, I knew something was wrong. I knew it right away. And the doctors were like, you're a first-time mom. You don't know what you're talking about. So I would go to another doctor, and they'd be like, it's just growing pains. You don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't they think to take an x-ray and see? I mean,
you can't see it in an x-ray. You can't see it in an MRI. You can't see it basically in anything. It has to be done by DNA.
So, but I'm talking about the scoliosis, though. Wasn't that why he was?
Yeah, but scoliosis didn't come up until this last growth spurt that he had. So he wasn't born with it.
You're talking about the elders.
Yes, Ellers.
Yeah, elders.
Yes.
You know
So,
what? I found a gal on TikTok that has the same thing Jake has.
yeah.
She was talking about the struggle. And that's when I sent you that picture of that body braid.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that body braid I sent you?
Yeah.
She said that really helps her. And so I was like, can you use this for Jake? And you were like, I don't know about with the scoliosis.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work out, because that would be great, like, to help support his muscles and his joints, give him that extra support. And a lot of times when he was going to physical therapy, they were doing like kinesiology tape, sort of like how that braid would work. So they would tape it like around his arms, they would tape it across his back, you know, different areas to sort of give you that extra support. But now he's going to have to wear a scoliosis brace. So I don't know that the brace would work with the braid also. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Maybe he could do the braid while he's not wearing the brace. Because I don't know if she wears it all the time. Did she wear it all the time?
The braid?
Yeah.
Probably not, just when you're doing physical
Right.
things.
Because she said it helped stretch out her muscles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, what are the chances? But you know, the more you know, the more you recognize.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of really cool things like that, that would help him. But I just have to figure out what, I mean, our main thing that we're focusing on right now is the scoliosis. That has to be corrected. So the other stuff we'll worry about later. So I got to focus on getting his brace, and a brace is something he's going to have to wear probably like 20 hours a day. Like, it's a long time. He'll be in it more than he's not.
Yeah. See, by the time service fee $17.99. So the subtotal is $82.74
for that plant.
Yeah, and minus $10 is $72.74.
Mama, that's too much.
Yeah, but I really like this one, and I'll be able to show it to Bible study on Thursday, and that's about what we normally spend.
Okay.
Because I really try and figure out who you know, that person's favorite flowers and things that they like, and really mold what we get, because it's from the ministry, it's not from me. I may be the one that goes in there and picks it out and orders it and all of that stuff, but it's from the ministry. I'm gonna buy this, but you know,
Yeah,
I'll get reimbursed. So
I get it.
sometimes I reimburse myself, sometimes I don't. It just depends. I'm not in a place right now to not get reimbursed. So, but it was really important to me that, because you know, he's a good friend of Anthony's and mine. Like, I talk to him, video chat with him on a semi-regular basis, and he supports the ministry, and it was important for me that we do something to show our love. And you know what's hi Leticia. Hey Leticia, I wanted to ask you a question. I have to clean some stuff up, but I know you love braided chains, and like, I've got this braided chain right here, and I have a really long braided chain, but it's got a couple sections that it's not braided very well, and I thought you just might like to have it. But I have a bracelet that matches, and yes, it's smaller. It's a smaller bracelet. But I was just thinking I'd put together a really cheap plan for you. Like this is 18 inches, but because I know you like this type of jewelry. I don't know, like a $20 bundle or something. See how that's braided, but the rest of it is flat, and then this is braided. And then I have, sorry, Crystal, I'm pimping myself out
You're
here.
fine. Don't be sorry.
I've been wanting to get a hold of you, Leticia, to tell you I love you, but also to show you these chains because I'm not going to sell the one long chain because it's got a couple of those compromise spots, but they're not that bad to where you can't, you can't wear them and love them and get enjoyment out of them, where I know that you would. Here's the bracelet. I'm getting earrings. And I wasn't going to put these up. I was just going to get in touch with you to see if you wanted them, because there's nothing wrong with the bracelet or the one necklace. They're perfect. It's 7 inches. This is the bracelet. And this has got, I think, multicolors. But the bracelet's in perfect condition, but it's only 7 inches. So I know you have a smaller wrist. Is this multicolored? No, I think this is just silver. And then the big one, which you could wear a pendant on, and it would be long on you. What did I do with it? I had it sitting to the side for you. Hot, here it is. Hot for the yabby. Okay, so this, I was just thinking of throwing all 3 pieces in for $20 if you wanted it. I mean, I paid a lot more for them, but let me see how long this is. You can do whatever you want with it. It's 20.5 inches, so you could wrap it around your little neck twice. But it's a long braided necklace. It's beautiful. But it's got a couple spots where, like right here, see where it twists? Right there, but you can't really, I mean, you're not going to know when you're wearing it. And then there's one spot where it looks like it's like not braided correctly, which is right here. So I wouldn't sell this. So I thought maybe if you wanted the other necklace and the bracelet, and then this is still totally wearable, I would just throw this one in. Wanted those $20.
I'm sorry.
If that's something you would be interested in for $20. Because this being 21.5 inches, this will be really long on you, and you could layer it with this one, which would look absolutely beautiful on you. Would you like that 3-piece set for $20, Leticia? That's a really good deal. That's basically what I paid for this great big long bracelet that I'm not selling. I know you like the braided. I am having an auction tonight at 6 o'clock, but I'll just put this in your envelope if you want it. This is 17.25 inches, this one. Oh, I'll just save it for you. You want me to save them for you?
Hold on. Can you please say hi? No, you don't want me to pick you up, huh? That's why you're crying. Okay, relax.
You want me to save them for you, honey? I'll even go ahead and send them to you, and then you just pay me when you can. And I can, if you agreed to the $20, price.
Puppers.
Like who wouldn't, right? But okay, I will. I'm going to send them out to you, Leticia. And then when I send you your invoice, I will just put on there that you can make partial payments. Okay. And you can just pay on it as you go. Now, no, I don't do that for everybody. I only do that for personal friends, people that I know personally, that I have friendship relationships with. And Leticia and I are very, very good friends. And so I'm comfortable doing that with her. Not saying I haven't done that with other people too, but it is not a normal service that I offer. Just for anybody out there listening. Okay, honey, I will. I'll do that. Which puppy did you have up there? I was busy flipping my lips.
Mr. Sniffers.
Oh, okay. The little puppy.
He wasn't like
Mr. Sniffers is the old one, right?
No, he's the young one. He didn't want to be held, so he was like throwing up.
Who's the young one?
Winston.
Winston.
No, the young one. The young one is Mr. Sniffers. The old one is Winston.
Okay. We have so much in common, Crystal.
Yeah, we do.
It's amazing. More than just our gray hair.
Definitely.
Well, sometimes it's hard when you have a special needs child.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find that support.
Yeah.
Because I know my husband toughed it out, and he's not one of these guys that's like, babe, we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. He just tunnels his way through it. And, you know, it was really hard not to treat Clay different, but we made a point not to treat him different. You know, he still played all his sports. He still did all his activities. The only change was if he felt he needed privacy to do a test or, you know, to do his homework or whatever, if he was being a distraction to class, instead of disciplining him, they had to provide him his own room to do homework and stuff. And he would just be in there, and he'd be done with his homework or done with his test, exam, or whatever. And then usually one of the sports teachers or coaches or whatever would just go in that room and sit down and talk with him. So it was like social hour for him.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well,
That they would accommodate him that way.
Everybody, well, they had to. It's law in Michigan. I don't know about other states. But everybody loved Clay. Absolutely loved him, faults and all. He was frustrating sometimes, but they loved him.
Well, it is law here also, but a lot of times schools and things will get away with it by saying that, oh, we don't have the necessary staff to accommodate those needs or something like that.
You need to provide it.
No, I know that, but a lot of other people don't. And so they get away with it that way. But
it said right in both of my children's files, point blank, because I saw it in there. Mother is a bitch.
Oh, that's nice.
I wore it as a badge of honor. I wore it as a badge of honor. Because I just didn't let them get away with shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we obtained an attorney to make sure that an attorney in Michigan that used to be a school teacher and then went up to like vice president or vice principal and principal and then became an attorney. So she was very familiar with the school system and everything. So we were really lucky in that aspect that, you know, we had her on our side. We were just a challenge for the school system because, you know, we weren't one of those. Well, I shouldn't include my husband because my husband always kept his mouth shut. But we were just, I was one of those mothers that I was on top of it.
Yeah, I was on top of it too. A lot of the schools didn't like me. Well, that's all right.
Yep, they didn't like. I'm like, I went to Clay's classes with him several times and sat in the back of the class. And they're like, Mrs. Haggard, you can't do this. You're too big a distraction. Because the kids were like, hi, Mrs. Haggard. Hi, Mrs. Haggard. Or if they were on one of our sports teams, it'd be, hi, Big Mama. Hi, Big Mama. And, you know, they didn't like that. I was a distraction to the kids. So I would have to get on the kids and say, turn your ass around, pay attention. But I wanted to see how the teachers interacted with my kid. And I wanted to see the behavior that my kid did in class. Now, he was no different in class with me there than he was any other time. You know, because you can't control those impulses. And I would just show up on a whim. And those because I was a bitch. And you know what? It wasn't being a bitch. It was not being a bitch. It was being an advocate for my child.
Yeah.
Because basically, how dare you punish my child just because he's not being challenged and he is having to work with all of these things. Like one of the ways he controlled his tics is he would take his pencil and do this on the desk. And something about that tapping of the pencil, he was able to control his tics. And I'm like, well, you're going to have to provide him his own classroom with his own teacher. Because of him doing that, so what we did is we put double-ended erasers on his pencils so that it didn't make so much noise. Because the students were like, he's not distracting us. Because Clay was real popular, you know. He's not distracting us. He was like the class clown. So yeah, I'm not going to let you allow my child to fall through the cracks. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Anytime you challenge the school, you know, they don't think highly of that. But I've been in that situation too where we were at school, and this is an online school, but this school did a lot of in-person type activities and things like that. So they know who Jacob was. But they did not have, Jake was the only special needs student in the entire school. So they had nothing set up, nothing in place. They didn't even know how to do like a 504 or an IEP. They'd never encountered this because it was a fairly new school here in Vegas, and they had a lot of students, but he was the only one with an IEP and a 504. So I just told them, figure it out, because you need to, you have to accommodate him. It's the law. So figure it out. And they did. They brought in a special needs, I don't remember her liaison or so. I don't remember exactly her title, but they hired a person to handle all the special needs stuff. So I'm like, okay. You know what, Greg? That is really great, though, that you got to 909. You know, you might not have hit your goal, but you still should be proud of yourself for doing that. I've been trying to get to 1,000. I'm still not at 1,000 listings yet. I'm at like, I don't know, 650, I think, is where I'm at.
I just started listing again on eBay, so you know, I just want to get back up to 300.
I sold on Amazon, like, I think it's been close to 10 years now that I was selling on Amazon. And they basically put me out of business on Amazon, and I cannot get back on it, which is fine. I don't care. I don't need to sell on Amazon. But they keep sending me emails like on a daily basis saying that my listings are prohibited and they're being removed. Well, I don't have any listings on Amazon at all. So I don't know why I keep getting this email like every day.
Think about this. I just got an email saying that they're going to charge me storage fees. And I'm like, storage fees? Because I haven't done FBA, Amazon FBA for about 3 years now. And when I stopped doing it, I donated everything I had left. So what are you going to charge me fees on when I already donated everything? I have to go get more water, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
$900 listings is 5 to 6 sales a day. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm definitely going to try to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. That would be, I think, a reasonable goal for me, maybe. I don't even know at this point. I don't know. I don't know. Like, for example, this week, and of course it's a short week because there was nothing yesterday. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 doctor's appointments this week. Average is 1 per 100. That's probably a good estimate, but I guess it also depends too on what it is that you're selling.
Last night or this morning, Crystal, I had this cup in here. I had my other pink metal tumbler in here. And I had my Starbucks cup that you and Jake made me. All in here. And I drank all 3 of them.
That's good, though.
Yeah, it was time for my Starbucks cup to get washed.
Yeah, I definitely should be drinking more water. I like this sparkling water. This stuff is called Ugly. It's called Ugly, but it's just sparkling water. But I like that.
I drink my ketones in the morning. And then I drink ice water. And then I'll drink like a Crystal Light type of product, but it's not technically Crystal Light.
Don't be sorry, Greg. That's just my typical.
It's got caffeine in it. Crystal Light has aspartame in it.
Yes, it does. But there is the Crystal Light Pure, and Pure does not have it. Yeah, Greg, that's just my typical week. So
Me
it's
too.
I'm sorry about
I
it.
do a ton of one-offs. Like last night I was working on a vintage cassette AM/FM radio with dual alarm clock. And then I was working on some replenishables. And then I was shooting some jewelry. And then I'm going to do 2 vintage original Sunbeam bowls for those old Sunbeam mixers. So
Mhm.
I do a lot of one-offs too.
That was a loud car or motorcycle.
Yeah. My little town that I live in that is like a suburb of Kalamazoo has a lot of motorcycle riders. And we live on a busy street and it's a long street and they like to take off from this 4-way stop until they get out. It's like a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile down until you get to another stop. So they like to zoom. I don't know why they don't get stopped more often because it's a 40 into a 30. The cops should just park there and they would get all kinds of tickets and stuff. And then the house across the street, I don't think it's a meth house anymore. It used to be a meth house, but I think that guy, I mean, we live in a nice neighborhood. Beautiful house for those of you who have seen my house, like on one of my lives or something, or one of my drive home with Kelly or whatever with Mama. It's a beautiful home, and surrounded by beautiful homes, and then we've got this house across the street. It's a cute little house, but the people that moved into it after Ed and Viola passed away, that's the people that lived there for like 50 years. He was making meth in that house.
Uh-oh.
And he got busted. He got raided. He went to jail. He got busted again. He got raided. He went to jail. And now, then they couldn't get the house clean. They couldn't get the meth out of the house because the lady that he was shacked up with knew Tom and I. We don't know how she knows us. We still don't know how she knows us, but whatever. I'm friendly with them. They couldn't get it clean enough, so then they had professional cleaners come in, and then they passed. So then they moved back in, and he was supposed to be like on hospice, but he was on hospice for like a year and a half, and I think he must have finally passed away because I haven't seen her over there in a couple of months, and most of the traffic has stopped that goes over there all the time. But the guy that lives there, there's like 4 families that live in this 800 square foot house, right? And one of the guys that lives over there does motorcycle repair. So there's always motorcycles in his driveway, and there's always revving motorcycles and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's a drug house anymore. I really don't. Because all the activity that's over there now is the same cars in and out. So
Yeah, I know, Greg. It's hard to do vintage or like one-offs and really build up your store because every single listing has to be different.
yeah.
What's the matter? You gotta go outside? Go outside? Hold on 1 second. Winston wants to go out. I'll be right back.
All right.
Be a good time to grab some water too.
Yeah, that's all I do. When my jewelry auctions took off and just like went, I stopped doing eBay because I didn't have the time to do eBay. And about 10 months, 11 months later now, I'm finally starting to list on eBay. But I sell things like anywhere from, I mean, we're keeping this, but this is not above like what I would sell. Like, something like this. Or this fan I picked up to flip. This vintage metal fan. I picked this up to flip, but it's so cool looking. It's all metal, head to toe. It's super cool, and I like it, so I think I'm going to keep it. I mean, it would be heavy to ship, but in like this, I pick up things like this. Massage mouse. Hands-free massager. Now, this is not for what you think it is. So I'll pick up things like this at my local Goodwill, their auction online. And I always get stuff like this for $5, plus $3 handling. So I'll pay $8 for it. I have like 3 or 4 tens units that I need to list. So, I mean, I list all kinds of stuff. I'm going to start listing my jewelry, which I need to get processing as soon as I ordered this. I need to get it tested. Oh, Bill, I hope you like this. Don't you take PayPal? Really? Oh, yeah, right here. Because if I have to walk all the way to the kitchen to get my purse and then get in my purse to get my Apple Card out, that's just too much work, and I might burn calories while doing it. And we can't have that. I'll be almost anorexic if we let that happen.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm
Hello,
back.
Ulysses. Yeah, it's 1 per 100. Like if you have 100 listings, you should be selling 1 per day. If you have 200 listings, you should be selling 2 a day. I sell a couple things a week, but my store went all the way down to 160 items because I didn't list for almost a year. I'm just now getting back into listing.
Yeah, part of my problem is I don't list every single day. I know Beth had given me the idea of like creating a bunch of drafts on the day that I work my account and not Vicky's. And so that way I can send my drafts live and do it every single day. So I need to try that.
She is one of the hardest working people.
Yeah, she is.
And she is so driven and task oriented. And she always tells me, Kelly, you work so hard. You work so hard. And it's like, Beth, I don't work from sun up and sundown every day. I mean, I did yesterday. I will today. But then I'll probably be in bed all day tomorrow. Actually not, because I'll probably be door dashing with Tom when he gets home.
My problem is interrupted work. I can never just sit down and work for hours. I'm always having to get up, and I'm always being interrupted by something, where I gotta leave the house, go to an appointment or online appointment or whatever. And then it's hard to want to get going again. You know, once you've sort of got this rhythm and you're going, you can get stuff done pretty quickly, and then to be interrupted and then have to come back to it, it's like, it's hard to start again and get back into the groove.
Yeah. Okay, what day is this going to be delivered? Because I don't remember picking a date.
What did I do?
Oh no, there's two. I paid for it twice. Oh no, I ordered two.
You just cancel the other one.
Boy, it's storming terrible here. Oh my goodness. It's like pitch.
Uh-oh. Come back, Mama.
While still enjoying our time out. Okay?
Oh, sorry.
Next week.
I don't know how to mute that. Whoops. Yeah, and it's a hard thing for me. Like if stopping and starting again is really hard. And sometimes it's hard just to like get that momentum to go. And then when I finally do get into it, it's just like, it sucks to have to stop. And then try to start again. Ending and sell similar before 30 days is up. I should try that too. I probably am not like touching my eBay enough. Like a lot of it, I list it and then, you know, I'll put things like on a sale. And I'll do that like a promotion, and I'll do that pretty regularly. But other than that, I just sort of list it and let it do its thing. I don't like mess around with it too much, and I probably should be looking at it more often, but I don't. Hi. Hi, puppy. So do you do that from your phone then, Greg? You do the ending and sell similar on your phone? Yeah, I'm up pretty early in the morning. I usually get up at 4:30 in the morning, and sometimes I go back to sleep and sometimes I don't. But I get up at 4:30, kind of. I like make my husband's lunch and send him out the door, and then sometimes I go back to sleep and sometimes I go back to bed and I just can't go back to sleep. So I'm usually in bed. Sometimes I'll work until like 11 o'clock because that's when I can really work and not be interrupted. Oh, what happened?
We lost power.
Oh,
I think it just like blew way over us. I mean, it's thundering and lightning, and our trees were like sideways. And
wow.
it probably looked like I was in a tornado situation, and then I went dead, huh?
No, we didn't see any of that. We just saw you like, oops. I hope she doesn't keep trying to come on here and waste her phone battery, because who knows how long she's going to be without power. That's crazy. It's just hot here. Like, That's our only weather at the moment is heat. Let's see. What is the temperature today? 108. 108. Heat warning. Yeah, no duh. It's like the heat warning is there every day. It doesn't go away. Hey, Mama, don't waste your phone battery in case you
It's
can't plug
full.
it in from there.
It's full.
I know, but you never know how long you're going to be without power, so don't.
We have some electricity. Like this light wants to come on. I have one. I've got one monitor that works, but the other one doesn't. So I'm just going around and seeing. Something's beeping.
Or could it be that it just blew the fuses or something?
I don't know. I'm gonna go downstairs and check. But this is here. I'll just show you. Can you guys see?
Yeah.
That's not blowing nearly as bad as it was. Like those trees were like hitting the driveway. And these ones over here, I gotta see what that beeping is.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, it's the microwave. I wonder if we got fried. Hang on. Oh, I gotta find the torches.
Do you have a fuse box?
Huh?
Do you have a fuse box?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down right now. My poor husband. Why am I turning the lights on? They're not gonna work. My husband has to drive home in this, but he's got a big old truck, so. Now our water osmosis system has power. I see the numbers over there on that. I'm using the light of my phone. I don't think it's just our house. How do I get around my inversion table? Can you guys even see when I do this?
No, not really.
All right. I got to use my phone for the light. Well, furnace.
You don't have to stay on. If you need to go, it's fine. Don't feel obligated to.
No, you're okay, honey. I didn't want anybody to worry. AC, well dryer. Maybe I'll just turn everything off. And then turn it back on. There's a line down, I'm sure. I guess I won't be doing no today.
But it's weird that some of your things are on and some are not.
Yeah. That is very odd. Let me see if this light turns on. It wants to. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of power.
That's strange.
That is strange. I might have to call some of them work a little bit and other ones don't. Let me go check over here. Wonder if I should unplug my washer and dryer. I don't want them getting zapped. Well, it's probably too late. If they're zapped, they're zapped.
Assess that would be tasteful, but reassess what would be tasteful.
How come I can't mute this?
Oh my, hey, my washer just turned on. My washer just turned on. Can you see it?
Yeah. Maybe it's not your fuses. Something else is going on.
I don't know. Well, this runs off a separate fuse box. This runs off of this right here. It has its own electrical box. But my dryer wouldn't come on. That's really weird. Okay. Not trying to show you my messy basement, but I doubt you can see it anyway.
I can't see anything. It's black.
I'm trying to think where the box of candles are.
Well, it's still pretty light outside, right? Can you just open up some windows and...
No, it's dark here. With the storm, it's really dark. I thought he put them over here. On my side. Columbia Fleet. What is in here? Oh, I know what's in there. Well, I don't know where the candles are. I'm going to go upstairs and get the battery torches. Here's candles. But these are our graduation candles. We don't light these. But we could if we needed to. And our marriage candle. Well, I'm going to go upstairs and get our torches. Crap, I really was looking forward to doing that auction. I might still if power comes back on. Or I can get enough light around me.
Yeah.
Popcorn. Popcorn. Can you see?
Yes.
Tom goes to the movies all the time. I don't know where he put those torches. Oh! Our Google Home just came on. So we're getting power surges.
Uh-oh. Don't choke on popcorn,
There's
please.
our big rhino. Yeah, can you do that's how I pee myself. Choke on popcorn. Can you see the rhino?
Not really. Sort of.
A
Little bit.
Fine. Okay. I don't see torches there.
Greg says the Weather Channel has storms until 8 p.m. for Kalamazoo.
Well, maybe I'll be doing my auction at 8 p.m. Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh, get a drink.
It's in the other room. I think they're on his. Here's one. How to work it. Woo! Woo!
There you are.
Now I can look for the rest of them. I think they're in our bedroom. See how I make my bed? Can't see it, can you?
No.
Two separate sheets. Here's another one. Woohoo! This one's not working. It's missing a battery. Okay.
Now you gotta find the batteries.
We're supposed to have 3 or 4. Oh, there's a battery right. Why is it out? Maybe this one doesn't turn off all the way. Because, doesn't every couple have a bedroom full of batteries?
No?
Joke. I don't know what kind of love device you would need to have 6 D batteries. I think that would probably be intermediate level.
I don't know. Nowadays, isn't everything just rechargeable with a USB? You don't need batteries anymore.
I don't know. Could have told you in my 20s and 30s, but not in my 50s. Woohoo! There's the TV flickering on and off. And my tablet was plugged in. Let's see what that's on, because I can do my auction on that. That is 84%. I will just unplug that and turn that off. Tom will be home at 7. We have a drawer full of candles. If I can get enough light going in here. Oh, my lights are turning back on.
Oh, that's good.
That. My fan's on. See my lights?
Yeah.
They want to come back on. Yeah, it just passed right over the top of us. I have enough light to do my testing. You guys can see me, right?
Yeah, we can see you.
Whoa.
You shouldn't have eaten that popcorn.
I always choke on popcorn, then I end up peeing myself. Woo, woo. Oh. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
That scared me. I wanted to make sure you got me from the chest up, not the chest down. I still don't have a bra on. Good enough.
What time is your auction at?
Supposed to be 6 o'clock.
So it's what, 5:30 there now? Close to 5:30?
5:21. So I would normally go live at 5:45, but I need to test this jewelry really quick.
Well, let's hope it comes back up before then.
Yeah. Dear Heavenly Father, I looked up to you myself for once.
And she's gone. Poor thing. What a mess. I'm lucky we don't have too many power outages here. Once in a while, though, sometimes if we do get a crazy storm, you know, our power might go out, but it's pretty rare that something like that happens. So it's like even with our storms, it is still crazy hot. So it'll be, you know, pouring rain outside and still 100 degrees. So if we lost power, it would be hot. It would not be fun. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Mama's messaging me. Probably means she can't come back, which is fine. She probably should be saving her phone anyways. You're in the back room? Mm-mm. Oh. Let's see. I'll give her a couple minutes, see if she comes back. If not, I'll probably end up going too. I have to go pretty soon anyways. Jake has an appointment. So we'll be off and running to that. I think we've lost most of the people watching and people in chat. Just a few of you still hanging out with me. I'm just working, trying to get as much as I can listed. Trying. Oh, my neighbor's really loud truck. Can you guys hear that? Every day, sometimes twice a day, he will drive by and set off my car alarm. It's like, thanks a lot, neighbor. It's like, I don't care if you want to have a loud truck, but don't rev the engine or something until you're at the end of the street or out of our little complex. Okay, so Mama says her computer's booting back up. She's in the, her power's come back on, so we'll see if she can come back on for a little bit. I'll probably end up going though, and I know she has to do an auction too here pretty soon, so I'll just wait a few minutes for her and then get off and running. Gotta go to the post office, drop off some things, grab something to eat. I'm hungry. You have to go to the post office too, Greg? That's good. That means you're making sales. Yeah, my mail lady is kind of a not nice. So I got to take my stuff to the post office every day. Because she doesn't want to pick it up for me. So it's fine, whatever. It's like, isn't that your job? But she hassles me about it, so fine. I'm not going to argue. And then if I make a complaint or say something to like her manager or call their 800 number or whatever, it just makes the situation worse because then she gets really angry. She's just very hostile. If you hate your job that much, why are you still working there? But yeah, she must hate her job, and then she just takes it out on me. Which is sad because I've been always like really generous to our UPS guy and our mail carriers, and I've always left them, you know, especially during the summer. I leave out Gatorades and snacks, treats, like little goodie bags with stuff in it. There's Mama. There you are.
Are we live?
Yes. We're live.
Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
No, it's good that it came back on, so at least you can get your stuff done and still do an auction.
Well, you know, I would have lit up every candle in this house and still did my auction. Or at least tried. Oh, this is not 925. And it's marked 925. Which means I'm going to have to send the whole thing back. And this shirt is all dirty. Are you there?
I'm here.
I can't see anybody. It's just twirling. Am I there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but why does it want me to enter the studio?
Maybe your phone. Oh, you're in there twice now.
Oh, because I was in there with my phone.
Yeah, end one of them. Oh, let's see. I can kick you out, I think.
Yeah, kick out the...
There we go.
Am I still here?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Brad says he hears us and sees us. Okay. We're good.
Uh-oh, I hear sirens. It might have been... I started a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, please let there be no accident, no one hurt, Lord, that caused the power outage. Let no one be negatively affected by the power outage, even though it was brief, Lord. People need oxygen. People need all kinds of things that run on power. Just keep everybody safe, Lord. And if this was as a result of an accident, please be with those people and keep them safe, Lord, and protect them from any serious harm. In your name, Lord. Amen. Oh, PPS. Make my auction bitchin'. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Nothing wrong with that.
Whatever floats your boat.
The Lord knows I have a mouth. Bitchin's not a swear word.
Oh, that was a word. We used to use it all the time in California. It was just part of our vocabulary. It wasn't like a bad thing.
Yo, bitchin'.
Yeah, everything was bitchin', cool, dude, bruh.
Yeah. For so long, my son used to refer to us as dude. And my husband would say, I'm not dude, I'm dad. And I'm like, I don't care if you call me dude. So then I started calling people dude.
And I texted my husband the other day and I was like, brah, you want some tacos? And he was like, what did you call me? I said, brah.
Bruh.
He's like, we're not in Hawaii. I was like, I know, brah. What's up? He's like, what? He was laughing.
Yo, like, what up, man?
He was laughing at me. He's like, "Did you move back to Cali?" I was like, "Yeah, bro."
Yeah, bro. What's up, homie?
Like, that's just how we talk over there. It's different. Oh, well, there is a huge Hawaiian culture here. So a lot of people here still talk like that.
That's not silver either.
Oh,
I wonder if that's not supposed to be silver.
Brad, you've had good mail ladies? Yeah, my mail lady is mean to me. She's mean and nasty. I don't like her.
My mail lady is awesome, and we have each other's phone numbers.
I don't like her. And then Vicky was like, just leave your packages here at my house. You can put them in my mail carrier, pick them up. And I've tried that in the past, and then eBay sent me like a message, or I don't know
Drop
exactly.
shipping.
Yeah, saying that I was drop shipping. And I'm like, what?
Must have been a different zip code.
Well, yeah, they're in Henderson. I'm in Las Vegas. But even my post office, it's less than a mile from here, but it's a different zip code.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's dumb because she only lives like 15 minutes from me, or maybe 20 minutes from me. I'm like, I'm not drop shipping. It's literally right there. I'm not drop shipping. I just have a crappy mail carrier.
Oops, I forgot this one. Well, thankfully, the things I got aren't like, ooh, that needs cleaned. Ooh, that's gross. Yeah, I know that's not going to be silver. Ooh, I found barrel clasps that are silver.
I'm wondering when I can do an auction.
What, honey?
I said I'm looking at my schedule to see when I can do an auction.
You know, you like to do morning auctions. We could do a morning auction.
Yeah, the problem is just finding a time to fit it in right now. It's not going to be till next week. This week is just slammed with appointments. There's no way.
Whenever, sweetheart.
Probably next week.
That's fine. Just let Mama know. I'm here for you always.
Yeah, right now he's going to physical therapy twice a week, but then it's going to change to 3 times a week. And that's like an hour drive. So it's an hour drive there, plus an hour appointment, plus an hour drive back 3 times a week. It sucks.
Get a cheap motel and make a little vacay out of it.
For 2 years?
Oh.
That's going to be for like 2 years. That's not going to happen. We can move to the other side of town. But, nah.
Well, I can guarantee you that he's worth it.
Oh, I know that. That's why I'm going to do it. I don't have a choice. It's happening. It just sucks, but it's happening. No, he needs it. It's some pretty intensive treatment for his scoliosis. And they're the only provider in Vegas, so that's what I'm stuck with.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, but it is what it is. Well, like his pediatrician, she's from the East Coast. And I told her, I said, what is it about Las Vegas? Like, I don't understand how I cannot find, the health care that I need for him. And she's like, honestly, she's like, if you want to get the best care for your son, she's like, buy a plane ticket. That's what she told me. I was like, okay.
You would think in Vegas, they would be, but I guess their clientele and stuff isn't going to be that of a different city. But I guess there's a lot of families that have kids and stuff in Vegas.
Yeah, we have a huge autism population here. There are, I think the last time I checked, it was like 7,500 autistic families in Nevada. Not just Las Vegas, but all of Nevada.
How many?
7,500.
That's incredible. Have you read Jenny McCarthy's books?
Yeah, I have.
Have you implemented any of those diet recommendations with Jake?
No. I have reasoning behind that, but that's a whole long nother
Right. That's your business.
No, I don't mind sharing it, but just not today. It would be too much time to get into all of that.
Right. Of course, Dow. Of course.
My brother's birthday is coming up. I sent him something through Amazon. They said they just delivered it. So we'll see. He's probably working right now. He's probably working.
How old is your brother?
He is, wait, how old am I? 41. 35.
I am 53. I am the baby of 4. Well, I'll be 53 on the 16th of October. So I am the baby. And then my brother is 6 years older than me. So what would that make him? 59. And then my other brother's 9 years older. So that's 62. And my sister's 11 years older. So that would be 64.
I'm the oldest.
I'm the baby.
We're all 3 years apart. So my sister's the middle, and then my brother's the oldest. Or the youngest, I'm sorry.
No, my mom married my dad and raised his 2 children from a previous marriage. And had my brother. And then it took her 6 years after having my brother to get pregnant with me. So there is that. But there's, let's see, my mom is 78, my sister's 64. I can't do math. So that's 14, there's 14-year age difference between my mom and my sister. And then my sister, because we have my older sister and older brother had a different mother. And she took off. She was an alcoholic and she took off. And my mother raised my brother and sister from the time they were 4 years old and 2 years old. So, you know, it was, you know, we were just brothers and sisters growing up. And so there's 14 years difference between my sister and my mom. And there's 2 years difference between my mom and my brother-in-law. My sister married a man like 12 years older than her. So she's 64, but her husband is 76. He's only 2 years younger than my mother.
My husband and I are 10 years apart.
You're really mature though, Crystal.
And my husband's the opposite. So we
what?
meet in the middle.
Yeah, your husband's not.
He's the opposite. He's a big kid, so we meet in the middle.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean, before I met him, I had dated guys that were older, and it just didn't work. It's too much of an age gap, but when I met him,
You've been together what, 13 years?
No, well, we've been married for 15. So we've been together, I don't know, 17 years.
Gotcha.
Long time. He always asks me every year, "Are you renewing my lease?" I said, "Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let me go through and check, make sure there's no damage that's been done."
Yeah.
And then I'll let you
give
know.
you back your deposit.
Yeah.
And then he'll say, "Well, baby, I got something to deposit."
Oh gosh.
I'm just saying, that's what he would say.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, every year he asks me, "Are you renewing my lease?" I think this dress doesn't have a tag, but I think it's Dolce & Gabbana because of the zipper, but I can't confirm it. I'm not sure. Would you recognize the Dolce & Gabbana zipper if I showed you one?
Maybe.
Okay. This is, can you see it? It says DG.
That could be Diane Gilman, though, too.
Diane Gilman?
Isn't Diane Gilman a fashion designer?
Diane Gilman.
Are you looking her up?
Yeah.
I would think that was Diane Gilman.
Okay, yes, Diane Gilman. Well, let me see. No, wrong style completely.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
good
look up the marks for Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah, see, it's the DG.
Okay, then it's probably Dolce & Gabbana. See, in Kalamazoo, I would be like, nope, that's not Dolce & Gabbana. But in Las Vegas, I mean, there's a good chance.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to, like, not be positive and put it on there. Hi.
Just look up other Dolce & Gabbana listings and compare.
I'm trying, but it's not. It's not, I'm not coming up with anything. Let's see. could be, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but the thing is, like with most things, I wouldn't take the time to figure it out. I would just list it without the brand.
But it's not yours, so.
But, well, number one, it's not mine. And number two, if it is a Dolce & Gabbana, that's a huge difference. And,
Right.
but there are no tags whatsoever in it, so I can't even look up an RN. Like, there's nothing. And I tried looking up, like, the style of the dress, and I'm not finding anything that looks like
Let me
it.
see the style of the dress.
It is, I think this is one she's already shown, so I'll show you. So it's white. It's like a linen and lace dress.
How long is it?
Like knee length, and it's just lace and ruffles.
I could see that being a Dolce.
It's like silk on the bottom. I know. I totally think that it is, but I can't.
I don't think Vicky would have picked up a Diane Gilman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Does she normally sell Diane Gilman?
No, I've never even heard of Diane Gilman.
Yeah. So there's your clue number one.
Let's see. This one looks.
I mean, you could always call her.
Oh no, of course I know.
It might be their Taco Tuesday though.
I could just text her, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. I might message her in a little while.
If I wasn't getting ready for to go live here in a few minutes, I would help you.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. It's fine.
Mom.
Hello, I'm getting ready to go live to do an auction, but is your power back on? Jeez, Mom. Well, how much would I have to give you? No, Mom, I will give you money. I can't really afford $70 in though. Well, I was thinking I'd give you 40. Well, it's gonna come out of our joint account. Don't worry about that. Tom and I's joint account.
What time is it? It's almost 3. Oh, she muted it. Thank you, Brad. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm glad she muted it. I'm searching. Searching. Just gonna finish up this listing, then I gotta run. That's good, Brad, that you've had two great mail ladies. I'm jealous. We had a really great one before, and then I don't know. She retired, I think, and then that was it for me. All right, guys. Well, I think Mama left, so I am going to call it a day as well. I've been on for a long time, almost 4 hours already. Jeez. All right, so I will see you guys later. I'm just going to keep listing and head off to the post office and an appointment and all that fun stuff. So, can a new person sell on eBay without cash in the bank? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Find stuff around your house. I bet you've got plenty of things that you can sell and start listing online right away. All right, guys, you have a good day, and I will see you next time. Maybe tomorrow I'll pop back on. See you later. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.